And good evening and welcome to tonight's installment of the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. The Montgomery Sports Network is your destination in the River region of Alabama for the best high school sports coverage, from live broadcasts of full games to on-demand replays to game highlights. It's all right here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Tonight we are here in Montgomery at Ragsdale Boykin Field for a matchup between Montgomery Academy and Trinity. Before we start off the pregame show and get to the keys to tonight's games, here are a few words from our sponsors.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's new at-work station is 96.1 KISS FM.
Hey, soul sister, ain't that Miss
The biggest and best playlist and long sets of non-stop music.
But I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
96.1 KISS FM.
Send my love to you, let
Just the music you know and love.
don't stop.
Montgomery's new at-work radio station.
Kiss FM.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts. If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
And welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field here in Montgomery as you are watching the Hank Williams Museum pregame show here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Tonight we have Trinity playing host to Montgomery Academy. My name is Kane Young. I'm here with our color commentator, Daryl Dapperts. Daryl, good to see you here tonight as we are having a pink out here at Trinity.
Pink out, very, very good cause, worthy cause, just for awareness, cancer awareness altogether. I know a lot of times we attribute the pink out to breast cancer, but there's been the coach of Montgomery Academy, longtime Coach Tatum, lost him to cancer. There's been some on both sides, and so they're coming together tonight in unity to bring awareness to something that's touched all of us, and that is cancer. And so that's why we're getting this pink out tonight, and it's going to be a pretty cool sight tonight here.
So we're here. This is a non-region game this evening between these two longtime rivals, just separated by about maybe 2 miles at most.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Capital City, the old Capital City rivalry, Capital City division rivalry, and amazing that now, just due to classifications and enrollment and that kind of thing, that both of these schools are in different areas, they're in different regions. It doesn't have the same implication from a playoff standpoint, but don't let that fool you at all. This is a rivalry game. Both teams want to win this game. I would compare it to when you're looking at collegiately, a Georgia Tech, a Florida State. Doesn't mean anything in conference, but it means everything for bragging rights and rivalry. A lot of the same scenario. A lot of these kids went to school together at elementary school. They go to the same churches together, participate in the same events, and now they get it on the football field.
So you're watching the Montgomery Sports Network. We're here each and every week broadcasting the best high school football in the River Region. We're going to take a minute here to thank our sponsors. Our title sponsor is Extermatech Pest Control. Locally owned and operated, Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team voted the best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermatech. They have been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get the benefits you deserve. Visit protectingalworkers.com or call 334-721-4878. The Hank Williams Museum, located in downtown Montgomery, this 6,000-square-foot museum, is at 118 Commerce Street. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and the life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the large gift shop. Groups are always welcome. We'd also like to thank Chris's Famous Hot Dogs in downtown, celebrating its 101st year in business in the capital city, located just down the street from the Capitol building at 138 Dexter Avenue. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs, taste the tradition. Call orders in advance, 334-265-6850. I'd like to say a thank you to Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and the surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Make sure to check out their decorative handrails. They are a work of art. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair-priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Mid-State 334-313-9015. And here's Dara with the rest of our sponsors.
American Oak & More, committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak & More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for, from patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery. You don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery. They are one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out is available. Call 334-274-1153. Industrial Specialty Company Incorporated, since its inception in 1974, ISCI has built an international reputation as a premier provider of high-quality precision machine parts and assemblies, custom designed and fabricated industrial equipment, fixturing, tooling, aluminum anodizing, and military spec painting. Virtually every operation necessary in creating a part is completed under one roof, enabling ISCI to control each project each step of the way. Their one-stop shop organization greatly simplifies client purchasing efforts and significantly reduces cost and lead times of products. Visit their website, www.industrialspecialty.com, or call 334-277-2224 to learn more about ISCI. And we'd like to thank our media partners, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, KISS FM 96.1, 97.9 Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country The Possum, 104.9 The Gump, and 107.1 The Vault. They are local folks helping out local businesses. Call them today and let them help your business at 334-244-0961. We want to give a big thank you to all our sponsors. We could not do it without you, and so please support them and tell them the Montgomery Sports Network sent you.
And we'll take a moment here at Ragsdale Boykin Field to also say thank you for Trinity having us out here this evening, coaching staff and the school. And we are just about under 20 minutes from kickoff. It is a pink out, as we mentioned at the start of the broadcast. The schools will be accepting donations tonight towards the end of the first quarter for cancer and so forth, to fight cancer. A battle, as you said there, that we've all come in contact with here. And just a great job by both schools working together in this cause.
And that's what I like about it. I mean, you see a lot, month of October is the big pink out month, and you see a lot of schools, college schools and local high schools having their pink out games. One of the things that I like tonight is the camaraderie, both schools on board with the pink out. You see a lot of pink, and it's a fight, it's a battle where there are no sides, there are no schools, there are no allegiances. It's a battle that everyone needs to get together for. So really a special night, and I really appreciate seeing all the pink in the crowd.
Yeah, myself, I'm a stage 4 colon cancer survivor, so I appreciate all this by Trinity and so forth, and Montgomery Academy out here. Cancer doesn't discriminate against anybody, no matter your religion or race, gender. It takes a good support system here, and we see that tonight here at Trinity. And then we're going to have a few videos here for you to watch here on the Montgomery Sports Network about tonight's calls here at Ragsdale Boykin Field.
Hello, I'm Kerry Palmer, head of school at Trinity Presbyterian School. A good friend of mine and fellow educator likes to say that great schools stir great emotions, and that is certainly the case when it comes to Trinity and the Montgomery Academy. For over 40 years, these two schools have been competitive in every venue, but this Friday night, the 28th of September, we're going to join forces for a common cause in coaches versus cancer. If you're like me, you've been touched by cancer. Perhaps members of your family have even died of cancer, as has been the case in my family. It's certainly a worthy cause, and Friday night, these two great schools will come together and join forces to try to stamp it out for good. We hope that you'll join us.
Coach Barry Loyal, I'm the head football coach at Trinity Presbyterian School. In a week from this Friday, we have our rivalry game with Montgomery Academy that goes way back to the early 80s. I've played in it as a player. I've coached in it, so it's a gigantic rivalry that goes back a long ways. We really look forward to playing those guys each and every year because of the rivalry. It's a good, healthy rivalry, and we have a chance to play for something more than really just the football game. It'll mean a whole lot more to our school and our community. So we're looking forward to bringing awareness to cancer with our game with them, along with having a great football game. So the cancer touches me personally. My mom passed away from stage 4 pancreatic cancer 5 years ago, so it's going to be a gigantic honor for us to be able to do that, along with her and all the other people that are affected by the disease.
My name is Brian Wilson. I go to Montgomery Academy. I play strong side linebacker, and the game against Trinity next week will be a good game. It's a rivalry game. Both schools are going to come together to raise awareness for cancer and come out and support. It'll be a good game.
My name is Gary Nelson. I'm the head football coach and athletic director at Montgomery Academy. We're really excited for the opportunity to get to play Trinity Friday night. It's always a great opportunity to come together and get to play a team that's in town, a team that's one of our rivals. But we're particularly excited this year. We feel like coming together for a cause, to come together in an attempt to cure breast cancer is a great opportunity for us, for these two schools, to get to teach our kids that there's more to life than just a rivalry, that it's more than just a game, and that when MA and Trinity play, it really is about more than just a game.
And welcome back to the Hank Williams Museum pregame show here on the Montgomery Sports Network, as it's Montgomery Academy making the short drive over here to Perry Hill Road to take on Trinity. And we'll get into our keys to the game tonight, Darryl. We'll start off with the visiting Montgomery Academy Eagles, who come in here with a record of 2-3 on the evening. And we'll start out with "Don't Look Ahead."
You know, it's a weird situation and kind of a unique situation that you'd be in a rivalry game and there would even be talk about looking ahead. But what's at stake for Montgomery Academy is they're tied for fourth in the playoff position in their region. They come in 1-2 in region play, and they play Dadeville next week. And that game is at Montgomery Academy. So that game breaks the tie with this not being a region game. So they have to guard against, even though they're playing a crosstown rival that's right in front of them, they're not playing in the same area or the same region. They got the bigger game next week on paper. They got to guard against looking ahead.
And second key for tonight, we'll talk about controlling special teams. We were here a few weeks ago for Trinity's victory against Alabama Christian, and special teams kind of flipped the switch in that game.
They really did. They got Trinity going. They got them good field position. They scored on special teams. So one thing Montgomery Academy's got to do tonight is be very, very mindful of that and be careful to not let the special teams of Trinity make a difference in the game tonight.
And we already talked about this a little bit on the start of the Hank Williams Museum pregame show, but bragging rights on the line tonight between these two schools.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing – you throw the records out. I mean, that's such an old cliche, but you really do in this scenario because Montgomery Academy is moving up classification to play this game tonight, and so what's on the line? Bragging rights. And so how do you focus that? How do you manage the game knowing that what's at stake is some bragging rights and it's a rivalry game, but it doesn't matter in the standings?
And for the homestanding Trinity Presbyterian Wildcats, they come in here with a record of 1-4 in the season. We had their lone victory on the air here at the Montgomery Sports Network, an impressive win over Alabama Christian Academy, 21-6. We'll start out here. First key, home sweet home for the Wildcats.
It's amazing. They had a really tough first 6 games, obviously, or actually 5 games where they only had one game at home. 1 out of the first 5 games Trinity had at home, but they won that game. So, that tells you they're 1-0. They're undefeated at home this year, even though it's got a small sample size. They still are undefeated. So is this the magic elixir for Trinity, is that they get to play home in front of the home crowd?
And second key for Trinity, a question we kind of asked last time we came on the air down here, offensive. What can they do on offense tonight?
They came into the ACA game struggling. They got it turned around a little bit with some passing and some special teams, but they've come off probably their worst offensive performance of the year. Now, attribute some of that to injuries to their starting quarterbacks. 2 quarterbacks have gone down so far. They were held to 66 yards, Kane, against Catholic. Really didn't throw it. I think they threw it for 19 and rushed for 47. They really did not have a stellar offensive performance, and they were shut out. So, I mean, you've got to be able to generate some kind of offense tonight, coming off probably one of their poorest offensive performances.
In the game we had against Alabama Christian, John David Bonner he didn't start actually. He came in on the second play of the game, but threw 2 touchdown passes in that contest. Really did a great job managing the game, and then he was injured a week or so later. And then we're going to maybe see Jack Collette or next to Marshall take some snaps there tonight. So it's kind of almost like do not pass go, do not collect $200 for Trinity. They get started a little bit, and then they kind of get pushed back again with this injury situation.
It's so tough when you're shuffling in quarterbacks, and you need continuity at the quarterback position more than anything else. They seem to have solved that problem against Alabama Christian, and now they're back to playing somebody's inexperienced, and that's why the offense is sputtered.
And the third key tonight, city bragging rights, again on the line here for Trinity. We saw them chalk up the victory against Alabama Christian. They still have St. James down the line on the schedule, so there's an opportunity here for them to really kind of claim bragging rights over everybody this evening. But we're going to take a quick break here as we're getting ready for the invocation and the national anthem. We'll come back and address that point in just a moment.
Number the grains of sand on the beach.
And that was the Trinity Wildcat Band performing tonight's national anthem. So finish up with our keys of the game here on the Hank Williams Museum pregame show, Darryl. We were talking about city bragging rights. We watched Trinity and have a nice victory, an impressive victory over Alabama Christian. They still got Montgomery Academy tonight and St. James, so that opportunity exists for them potentially to get a clean sweep here between their longtime rivals.
It's a great point. St. James was always long considered their most spirited rival, but Montgomery Academy is right there. And so if they were to get the win tonight and get the win against St. James in the rivalry game to close out the year, that would be huge, and that's something to build upon for Coach Barry Loyal and this Wildcat program.
So the coaches tonight, Coach Barry Loyal in his second season here at Trinity, 5-10 overall, 1-4 this season. Replaced the longtime legend here in Montgomery, Randy Ragsdale. 28 years, he won 242 games in 28 years here at Trinity. Of course, the state championship back in 2003, 2004. The head coach for Montgomery Academy, just in his third year, is Gary Nelson. He's 18-10, but last year Montgomery Academy won the region and won their first-round playoff game before being eliminated by American Christian Academy out of Tuscaloosa in the second round.
Yeah, replaced longtime coach Anthony McCall. Had a really good year last year and had to replace a lot of seniors. They're right there, though, for a playoff position, 1-2 in region play. They're tied for fourth with Dadeville, as we mentioned. Won this game last year 45-18 and won 4 out of the last 5, even though Trinity, I think, is 26-14 overall in the series. So Montgomery Academy just looking to get right before the big game against Dadeville. Has this game, wants to keep the streak going, wants to make it 5 of 6. That is important.
Yeah, Montgomery Academy, and both these teams are in the 4th spot in the playoffs right now. Still a lot of football to be played after this week. Montgomery Academy in there with Pike Road and St. James and Dadeville. That is a loaded region for that level, Region 3, the classification there. Trinity, on the other hand, currently sits at tied for 4th with Dale County. They have some winnable games coming up against BTW out of Tuskegee, but Montgomery Catholic seems to be the class of that region so far, along with Headland.
Yeah, I failed to mention, I appreciate you bringing that Trinity is also in the 4th spot, so they have a lot to play for the rest of the year, and they've got the home schedule to do that. So they can make some hay here at home and get some of that home cooking that they had success with against Alabama Christian in front of their home crowd. They can make a nice little run, and both of these teams could end up being in the playoffs when it's all said and done.
So this has been the Hank Williams Museum pregame show here from Ragsdale, Boykin Field, and Montgomery, as Trinity and Montgomery Academy are just 3 minutes away here from kickoff. MA's already out in the field here. It is a pink out night, fighting against breast cancer. Trinity's starting to make their way out here to the end zone. It was very hot, very humid. We were sitting here about an hour or so ago, but the temperature has finally started to drop.
First time that I felt like we've had football weather, feel a little breeze. And I wanted to say, for anybody that's listening at home that's a Trinity fan, the young lady that said the prayer, the senior class president, her last name was Pittman. I didn't get her first name. The mic crackled. Had lost her grandmother to cancer. That was a very, very impressive prayer, and she's a very impressive young lady. The Trinity family should be proud to have her represented as a senior class president.
So you're watching the Montgomery Sports Network. We'd like to remind you that you can go to Facebook and like our page there. You can follow us on Twitter at MyMGMSports. Go to our website, mymgmsports.com. We have archived games there. We have highlights from past games. We have our schedule on there. Next week we'll be back in Millbrook for the huge 6A matchup between Stanhope Elmore as they host number 1 Wetumpka coming up. You can go to YouTube and search us. Search Montgomery Sports Network on YouTube. You can watch us there. The games are archived for you guys to watch when you go home tonight. Looks like Trinity has won the toss, but maybe they're going to defer. We'll get the official signal here in a second. Looks like Montgomery Academy is going to receive the kickoff to get things started here tonight. So we've kind of the same situation we saw last time. Trinity came out on defense early against Alabama Christian, kind of made a statement, got the stop, got the turnover, and then they were able to get some things going in the past game there against ACA a few weeks ago. So
yeah, I mean,
maybe the same formula tonight.
They set the tone. You're right. They established special teams and defense set the tone for that football game and allowed their offense to get rolling, gave it some time, bought it some time to get rolling, and that's what they're looking for tonight is to kind of set that tone defensively.
So just about a minute to kick off here as both teams have their banners that are made for each team to run out here. As Darryl mentioned, this is a step up in classification for MA, although they have won 4 of the previous 5 meetings against Trinity. The two schools, if you're not familiar, separated by about 2 miles here. MA is just located about 2 miles down the road here off of Vaughan Road, and Trinity sits out here just off Perry Hill Road off exit 4, Carmichael Road here on towards the east side of Montgomery. They've been playing football against each other for over 40 years, so these guys are no strangers to each other, obviously.
You know, that's what makes the rivalry so great. There's a lot of friends, a lot of brothers, a lot of camaraderie that will line up against each other. You see it in youth groups and churches and unique situations like that. Some of them went to elementary school together, and as Trinity rushes out on the field right now. And that's what makes these rivalries so great. They're played clean. They're clean football games. It's played hard. But, you know, there's that overall spirit of especially tonight with it being the cancer game, of camaraderie.
But both teams come out in the field here. Montgomery Academy in their white with the gray uniforms, wearing their pink socks tonight. Trinity, we see their traditional sharp-looking red jerseys over there with their blue helmets. The cheerleaders tonight for both squads have a lot of pink on, a lot of pom-poms and shakers and so forth. A lot of the crowd here wearing pink. Trinity fans starting to fill in here. Their students were down there in the end zone prior to the national anthem. They kind of filled in now here as we get ready to tee things up here from Ragsdale Boykin Field as you're watching the Montgomery Sports Network. And again, we have our scheduled games out there. Next week we'll be in Millbrook for the Stanhope Elmore Wetumpka game. 2 weeks after that we'll have Benjamin Russell at Wetumpka. So a lot of good action here. We've had very competitive games the last few weeks, Darryl.
We really have. We've had some dandies that got down to the last minute. That Stanhope and Shades Valley game last Friday night was as good a football game as you can get, and we kind of predicted whoever had the ball last would win the game, and that's what happened.
So back deep will be Wallace for Montgomery Academy, and it looks like Preston Berry is going to do the kicking here for Trinity. Wallace had a 92-yard kickoff return a few weeks ago for MA, so he is a threat to take one to the house at any moment.
And the special teams test comes right off the bat here from Montgomery Academy. See if they can get themselves in good field position with Wallace being a threat, as you mentioned, Kane, on kickoff returns.
We're teed up, ready to go here. Officials point to each other. The whistle's blown in as you're watching the Extermitech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network between Trinity and Montgomery Academy as we are underway. And Wallace is going to field this at about his 10-yard line. Works off to the left, and he's going to be dropped at about the 25 where it'll be 1st and 10 for MA.
Decent return, 20-yard return, gets it to 25-yard line where Montgomery Academy, as you mentioned, will set up Daniel Lindsay, the senior. He'll lead the Montgomery Academy offense tonight against Trinity.
So Lindsay passed for 125 yards the other week against St. James in that contest. We'll look for Woodward to be one of the main running backs along with potentially Cooper, the freshman here, as we get things started. As it looks like they're going to come out in a pistol set for MA with the bunch formation over to the left. We're going to play action pass here on 1st down, throw it out here into flat, and having some room here to the near side. That's actually going to be Willis as he tiptoes down the sideline there for a gain of about 28 on 1st down.
It's a great play call on 1st down, the little bootleg play action. It was wide open, and Lindsay made a great pass to Willis. Great play call on 1st down.
So 1st and 10 for MA, and they're quickly back up to the line as they go trips to the far side here with Woodward in the backfield with Lindsay. And we're still getting signals sent in here. So the play clock's just whistled, and now MA is ready to go here. They're ready to waste no time. Lindsay barks out his signals. Woodward gets it. This is on the right side and breaks one tackle and is finally dropped after a gain of 4.
Yeah, that's that kind of that read, that quarterback read. And at that time, Lindsay could have kept it. He decided to give it to Woodward. Woodward gets a nice gain.
So 2nd down, we'll call it 6 from the 44. This time Woodward will work to the right. The lone receiver on the near side here is Meacham. We're going to bring Roberts into motion. Going to look to throw to Robertson down here, complete in the near side flat. Going to pick up a couple yardages, but be a little bit short of the 1st down.
One thing I've been really impressed, it's only been 2 passes, but Lindsay really's got great mechanics, Kane, throwing the football, and the ball comes out of his hand. He really nice and really quick.
So we'll call it 3rd down and about 2 from the 40-yard line. MA quickly back at the line of scrimmage, forcing Trinity to get lined up There's a handoff. Woodward, right side. He plows forward. He's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot here. Trinity's saying they've got the football, though. No official signal. Yes, they do. It's a fumble, and Trinity got the ball out of the pile. So almost a carbon copy of what we saw against ACA, Darryl.
It really is. I mean, you mentioned it in the pregame. Trinity goes out on defense, chooses to go on defense to kind of set the tone, and that's a big, big momentum gainer right there by the Wildcats to get the fumble. It looked like Woodward had the first down. As it is, the ball gets turned over. Now Trinity comes on offense.
So 10:34 left here, first quarter, as Trinity will gain possession on about their own 37-yard line on the near side hash. And they have some weapons out there. Sasser James, one of their better receivers. We saw him in action a few weeks ago with some returns. Hinneman, one of their better running backs, along with Holly.
Singletary had a big game.
He did. They're going to run an option here, and the quarterback is going to keep it across the 44-yard line.
That was actually, I think that was a Wildcat, Tyler Britton.
The 33.
Yeah.
He had Holly in the backfield with him, so they put a running back there to start out. Not a bad strategy if that's what you're going to go with. So Trinity quickly back to the line of scrimmage again with Britton calling the signals for the moment. He's going to go straight forward. And he's close to the first down out here to the 49. In fact, he's going to have it.
So kind of unorthodox look for Trinity. They go to the Wildcat, direct snap to the running back, and they do get yardage on that. They're not playing either of the quarterbacks that we mentioned pregame.
So he's 1st and 10 for 49 at the 49-yard line for
actually Marshall is in now.
Marshall's in now, quarterback. He has Holly back there with Hinneman. Hinneman's going to get this straight up the middle, gets into MA territory to about the 48 for a short gain of 3.
So the offensive strategy so far for Trinity is a lot of read and react. It's a lot of handoffs, quarterback draws, quarterback spreads. That's the strategy right now that Montgomery Academy has got to try to defend.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 for Trinity as Hinneman gives a motion. Got to hand this off here, and then breaking loose is going to be Holly as he's into the secondary inside the 20-yard line and into the red zone for a first down for Trinity.
Well, what makes that play effective, Kane, is that Marshall is a threat to run the football. So you can't just sit back if you're Montgomery Academy and play the running backs. You have to respect the threat of Marshall pulling it and taking off. And that time they ran that wide, pulled the guard, got a real nice gain by Tate. Holly, correction. Tate Holly's his name.
So we're down 1st and 10 here at the 17-yard line. Trinity on the move quickly as it looks like Britton comes back in. We have a stoppage here for a moment for the head official. Not sure what the delay is for. I didn't see any flags. Maybe a clock issue at the moment. He's trying to get the clock reset, having a hard time communicating what that is. Now they got to reset it to 9:16 as Britton's in the backfield again, this time now with Holly. 2 receivers split to each side. Britton's going to fake the tall sweep, tries to go straight up the middle, and he is driven back quickly by M.A.
Great job that time in the Montgomery Academy defense. I mean, they closed that hole, that gap to the right of the center. They saw it. They sniffed it out. Britton had nowhere to go.
Looked like Jackson Kelly making the initial contact there for MA. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 17 as we just go under 9 minutes here left in the first quarter. As next in Marshall comes back at quarterback here for Trinity. He's going to hand this off to Holly right side. He goes across the 15 down to about the 12-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that play's been effective. They ran it now to the right side. They ran it the first time to the left. They bring Holly back to the right, and he does get 5 yards. Brings up a big 3rd and 5 early on in this game.
And now checking in the game is number 6, Collette. Jack Collette's a quarterback this time for Trinity. So they're shuffling the deck here. Hinneman goes in motion to the right. Collette's going to roll the pocket to the right side. He looks to throw out there, and I think it's complete to Hinneman. He is close to the mark at the first down. He's inside the 10. It's going to depend on the spot.
So you wonder if the strategy for Trinity is in obvious throwing situations, maybe 3rd and 5 or longer, they bring Collette in as the throwing quarterback, and Marshall's the running quarterback.
So it's going to be short. It's going to be 4th down and maybe 2. Ball resting just inside the 10-yard line. We'll call it 4th and 1 officially here for Trinity, and a team that struggled to get points on the board. Looks like they're going to go for it. for the moment. Again, another stoppage in play here as players are shuffling in and out. I'm not sure what the holdup is. But Britton's going to be back there with.
Play clock has not started.
No, has not started. MA shuffling their defense. They're over here talking to the chain gang and what the side official over here who's putting his flag back in the pocket. Maybe that just fell out. And now they finally start the clock back in. Britton's going to take it right side, call his own number, dives forward. He looks like he has the first down. He's till about the 5-yard line for a gain of 4.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the play clock. I don't know. There could have been delay of game, and we don't know because the play clock didn't start.
Yeah, the fans on the near side here for MA were obviously in tune to the play clock not running. And now we have another stoppage by the umpire. And the head official again looking back towards the Trinity bench and the press box. We'll hear comments about the game clock and the play clock.
No crowd mic tonight, though. So,
oh my! So we're still trying to get this worked out. Having a hard time communicating from the head official. We saw this the other week at in one of our games. They almost had to come to the sideline, just motion up the numbers that they wanted to put up there on the clock. So still not sure exactly what is going on there. Ladner comes in the game there, running back also for Trinity. Well, it is going to be first and goal. We do know that much, Darryl.
We do, and it's a good thing that Trinity doesn't go NASCAR or go fast because they have been stopped every time on offense and not been able to run their offense. So, we're having clock issues. You can't tell if it's a delay of game or not.
They reset the clock to 7:58. So
they had 4 seconds?
4 seconds at this point. Now they're running the clock. The play clock is running.
And the game clock's running, so they seem to have it figured out.
So first and goal here. Thomas Ladner in the backfield with Britton. Britton's going to take it left side. And he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain on that carry.
Good job by the Eagle defense that time, swarming to Britton. They kind of figured out which direction he's going to go at pre-snap. And when they're able to anticipate that cane, they stopped him for no gain. When he crosses up and goes to the other side of the other gap, he's gotten positive yardage.
So Jack Colette checks back in, and I think he has an equipment issue. He's being forced out of the game here. So start, stop, start, stop. So Trinity's without a quarterback at the moment.
I just can't figure out why at least the play clock's not running.
And next to Marshall comes back in now. Now we got a whistle and a timeout, but signaled by Montgomery Academy. So we're going to take a quick timeout with them here, a 30-second timeout. 7:32 left, first quarter. It's 0-0. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech, 334-209-4590.
Welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field. Trinity facing a second down and goal at the 4-yard line, Darryl. Big opportunity here for the Wildcats.
And it looks like Colette's out of the game. Marshall's back in as the musical quarterbacks continues. It is a 2nd and 4 is a run situation, so you would expect the running quarterback in for Trinity with number 44
Henneman
in the backfield.
They have a tight end in there this time. Henneman gets it left, drives forward, gets a push at the last second. He's down to about the 1. He's into the end zone now, but I think the play whistled dead.
It was an early whistle,
it was.
Kane. I mean, they blew the whistle when he was still fighting for yards at the 2-yard line.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and goal for Trinity. Clock continues to run here under 7 minutes now.
Mark that at the 2, I guess? At the 1.
At the 1. So 3rd and goal at the 1. Henneman's still back there with next to Marshall. Marshall's going to take it himself to the left side, tries to get outside, races to the corner, and he's in for the score.
That's where the running quarterback really comes into effect. That's the first time he kept it. First time Marshall kept it, and he was able just to get outside and he was untouched basically in the end zone, used his speed.
So 6:44 left, first quarter. Trinity strikes first. And the all-important extra point coming up here as Preston Berry, the kicker, comes out, although Trinity flips their formation here, runs everybody to the side. And again, it looks like Britain's being forced off the field. There's some equipment issues, and maybe it's a knee pad issue. I'm not sure. There's players running in and out left and right here for Trinity at the moment. But we saw Berry go 3 for 3 against Alabama Christian earlier this year on his extra point attempts. They're going to move the line back to the traditional formation here. Play clock still has 12 seconds on it.
6:44 left to go in the quarter.
Good snap, spots up. Kick is on the way, and it's through the uprights. And our score here in the first quarter, it is Trinity striking first, 7-0 over Montgomery Academy. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
Welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. It is Trinity 7, Montgomery Academy nothing. Darryl, just a replay of what we saw here a few weeks ago when we were here for the ACA game.
And that's why it's so important for Montgomery Academy to answer. Alabama Christian could not. They fell behind, and Montgomery Academy has got to put together, and they had a nice little drive going. To me, the way they're mixing up the pass and the run with the play action and the naked boot and that kind of thing, so they've got to answer right here. This is a big drive.
All that started for Trinity with the fumble that they recovered as a 63-yard scoring drive. As Berry will kick it off, and Wallace is going to chase after it. Hits over there. It's a live ball, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 1-yard line, so they'll bring it back out here. And I would assume MA will just take possession instead of doing the re-kick.
Yeah, it's good field position. Your offense was clicking except for the turnover, so you'll have an opportunity right now to get back on the field. And I would look for more of that in that play-action passing game with Lindsey throwing it was very, very effective for Montgomery Academy. He really did a good job of letting the ball loose, especially when you drag that tight end back across the middle. That was there, and it was open.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for MA. They're going to mark it on the far side hash on the 35-yard line for the Eagles. Lindsey, the quarterback, had some good things going on the last drive. Then they had the fumble, which stalled things up. And now another whistle. And looks another player for Trinity being forced off to the sideline, looks like, with the equipment issue. I'm not sure what the problem is out there.
This first quarter is going to take forever.
So Lindsey's at quarterback for MA. You're going to look to throw it out here to the near side. That pass has got to be complete to Doe. And he's going to have the first down on a little swing pass out to about the 35-yard line.
Doe had a big game against Prattville Christian last week. Found the end zone a couple times. He's a nice option out of the backfield. He's got great hands. And a nice option coming out of the backfield for Lindsey in Montgomery Academy.
So 2nd down and 10, or check that, 2nd and 1. They marked it just short. Although the ball's on the line. If the ball's touching the line, it has to be a first down.
It sure does. The nose of the football is on the line. That should be a first down for Montgomery Academy.
There's the signal. So
there it is.
There's not even a need for a measurement. The ball was set up off the.
Well, I'm noticing over here that the one chain is set up behind the 25, and that's part of the behind the 35, and that's part of the problem. Just set up at the 35 and let it extend 10 yards.
All right, the head official taking charge here and signaling first downs with 6:36 left in the first quarter.
Kevin Collins, one of the line judges, former Auburn offensive lineman.
That's just a
little tidbit. We'll give you guys.
Daryl's just dropping knowledge on me left and right here.
I'll drop some trivia during the timeouts.
Here's an option to the near side. And the quarterback's going to keep it across the 35 to about the 37 for a short gain of 2 that time.
He survived Pat Dye's training camps. He deserves to get mentioned on the air.
So second down and about 8 here for the Wildcats as Lindsey kept it himself. MA flipping formations, a lot of motion out of the Eagles so far.
Woodward out of the game, the leading rusher from Montgomery Academy, I guess after putting the ball on the ground.
So Doe offset to the right of the formation here. And they're going to look to throw, going deep. He's looking for Robertson down the sideline. It goes incomplete, and they'll bring up third down.
Lindsey's got a good arm. He let go of it maybe a little bit too early. Robertson didn't even look up, didn't turn his head, wasn't expecting the football. And now it's 3rd and 8, an obvious passing situation for Montgomery Academy.
5:50 left here, first quarter. As Wallace and Robertson will switch the spot and line up on each side. They're going to move Doe to the left side of the formation. And now Wallace goes in motion to the left. He's going to look to throw. Oh, Lindsey's on the heavy pressure, and he is spun around and dropped for a huge loss on the play, as it is Trinity gets the big sack there, forcing the punting situation.
They really did a good job of concealing that, Kane, and not tipping off that blitz. They haven't blitzed all night. They knew that Montgomery Academy was in an obvious throwing situation. They brought 2 linebackers, but they did a great job of concealing that. Big sack for the Trinity defense, and they're doing like they did. We were here last time, setting the tone defensively.
Loss of 15 on the play. Norris on the sack that time for Trinity. Sasser back to receive the punt. High snap. Trinity comes after it. Sasser's not going to be able to get a return unless he plays it off the hop. He will not. And it'll roll dead at about the 32-yard line, and now it'll be up to the MA defense to make a stand here in the early going.
Yeah, they came very, very close to blocking that punt. And talking about some of the keys that we had in our pregame special teams, Trinity almost got one there. Now they'll set up 1st and 10 at their own 27, looking to do some more of that run option that they have when they got Marshall in the game. He's done a good job of reading the right gaps and when to hand the ball off. And then, of course, the Wildcat with Britton has been effective too.
It's been a 3-headed monster here at quarterback in the early going for Trinity, as Marshall's going to come out here with Holly and Hinneman in the backfield. Ball still not whistled into play. 5:02 left first quarter, 7-0 Trinity with the lead. The head official is over there writing something down on his card. I'm not sure what that is. A lot of start and stop here in these first 7 minutes. So Marshall will call out his signals now. He gets the snap. He's going to hand off to Hinneman. And he plants his foot, cuts it up to about the 30 for a short gain of 3.
Good job again by the Montgomery Academy defense pursuing to Hinneman. He does get positive yardage on first down, and when you're struggling offensively, Kane, you're looking to get some kind of rhythm. Getting positive yards on first down is key.
Colette comes back in the game. Marshall's going to move out to the receiver spot here. A lot of mixing and matching here by the Trinity coaching staff. Holly in the backfield will try to keep the players straight for you on 2nd and 7. They're going to roll that pocket to the right. Colette looking, throws late as he's hit. Looking for Hinneman out there, and it's going to bounce incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he did a good job of escaping the pressure initially. Colette does get hit as he throws. That may made the ball come up short a little bit as he was trying to get that out to Hinneman.
4:20 left first quarter, and this is a situation that Trinity does not want to be in 3rd and long when it gets down to it here with this.
And I wonder if Montgomery Academy will call some kind of defensive blitz now, knowing it's an obvious passing situation.
Colette's going to throw, though, here. He's looking deep to the near side, looking for Sasser. It's deflected and incomplete there. Good coverage that time for MA. That was number 14, Jamal Cooper, making a play.
Yeah, Jamal Cooper did a good job of breaking on the football. You want to teach your defensive backs to swivel their head around and play the ball. He obviously read the eyes of Singletary there and got around and knocked that ball loose.
So it's 4th down. Meacham back deep to receive the kick here for MA. Barry in to do the punting for Trinity.
Give Montgomery Academy's defense credit. They did what they had to do, forced a 3 and out.
High snap. Grabbed by Barry. Good athletic play. Gets the kick away. It's going to hit and roll to about the 35-yard line. So each team just kind of swapping field position. Last drive for MA started on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, athletic play by Barry just to get that punt off. That could have been disastrous as well.
So it looks like John Clark Woodward is headed back out there after sitting out the last drive for MA. Lindsey, the quarterback, heads on back out. 4:02 left first quarter, 7-0 Wildcats lead it.
Look for Meacham here. He didn't even huddle. He either knows the play coming in from the sidelines that it's coming to him, or he knows what's up.
So we got a slot back over to H-back to the left. We're going to move, looks like Robertson to the right of the formation. I'm going to throw it out here. Oh, it's deflected away and almost intercepted for Trinity as number 34, Chapman Gregory, knocked it away.
Yeah, pass intended for William Robertson out there in the flat, had him open. Good job that time by kind of reading the quarterback's eyes, spying him a little bit, and knocking that ball away.
So 2nd and 10 at the 35. MA back quickly to the line of scrimmage. Woodward in the pistol set here behind the formation. Low snap. Woodward gets the left side, and he's dropped again in the backfield immediately by the Trinity defense.
Britton that time, who's had double duty, and Woodward just got the ball late. I mean, that snap was kind of off to Lindsey. He got the handoff late, and he got met in the backfield.
So 3rd down and 14. Trinity defense having his way to this point. As we approach the 3.5-minute mark of the first quarter, MA's going to go trips to the near side. Trinity's going to rush 5. It's a screen pass. And great coverage as they tried to get Woodward. And Trinity was not fooled as Chapman Gregory was all over that play again.
And Woodward is down. It looked like he got hit in the hip or maybe the ribs that time, Kane, because they blew that play up. They knew it was coming. There was one defender out there, and that was it. And he made the play on Woodward. Woodward is up off the field running off.
So 4th down, a great series that time for Chapman Gregory for Trinity. Looks like Meacham is in to do the punting here for MA. And back deep will be Sasser James, who had 2 huge punt returns against ACA a few weeks ago here. Low snap. Under pressure. He's in trouble. Can he get to the corner? No, he's going to be dropped down. And a big special teams play here. It looks like Holly on the tackle for Trinity.
Holly read that. It was a low snap. Both teams' centers have had trouble on the punt snaps, and this time it came back to bite Montgomery County. What did we say? Special teams, and there's the special team play. Big play by Trinity.
Have to wonder the field. It rained a lot this week. It is wet out there, even though it hasn't rained this afternoon, but it's still very damp, kind of slick out there a little bit. You have to wonder if the ball is wet right now for these centers.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, and when you get it to the grass like that and it skips, it's tough.
So 1st and 10, Trinity with great field position, 3:14 left first quarter. As Colette's going to come out there with Holly in the backfield, trips to the near side. And now we have another whistle and a timeout taken by Trinity. We're going to take it with them here. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. It's Trinity 7 and MA nothing.
Don't miss the gigantic floor model clearance sale now through Saturday at American Oak and More. Save up to 75%. Mirrors and latex pillows just $10. Rustic console was $11.88, now $3.99. Entertainment center was $35.08, now $6.99. Shop the clearance sale and save up to 75%. Be sure to check our Facebook page to see all clearance items. Interest-free financing available.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
3:14 left here from Ragsdale Boykin Field. This is the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. It's Trinity 7, MA nothing, and a golden opportunity here for Trinity, Darryl.
Yeah, you got to capitalize, though. If your special team sets you up like this, you've got to capitalize, especially when you're struggling offensively.
Colette's going to hand this off to Hinneman, but we have a whistle and a flag, dead ball, illegal procedure against Trinity. That is their first penalty of the night.
The last thing you want to do coming out of a big special teams play is back up. You know, the kicking game, I think, on this field tonight, Kane's going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to be tough to kick field goals on this wet field.
We saw M.A. kicking 40-yard field goals. Barry, they're probably outside his range right now. They probably got to get into the red zone to get within his range at the moment, as it's 1st and 15 at the 27. for Trinity.
That couple right there's got a great idea. They're parked up, Kane, watching the game from the sidelines in their car. We need to give them our website address so they can watch the game.
So check out 1st and 15, mymgmsports.com, and you can find us there. Watch us, or go to YouTube and search Montgomery Sports Network.
They're parked on the 20-yard line with a great point of view.
And we still have not had the ball whistled in the play. I'm not sure what the holdup is, but Henneman is offset to the left. Looks like Collette's back at quarterback again still. Henneman gets it. He's going to cut outside to the near sideline here, across the 25. He's going to get those 5 yards back here on the first down carry. And now another stoppage of play as a flag here on the near sideline. We're blocked out by the Montgomery Academy players. And just holding on Trinity.
So just moving the wrong direction. Trinity's getting themselves out of scoring range right here. Montgomery Academy, the directive is simple. Stop them, get the ball back in decent field position.
They're going to move this ball all the way back to the 36-yard line. They have to get down to about the 12 for a first down, so it's going to be first and about 24 for Trinity. As we see Collette going back and forth to the sidelines here at the moment for plays. Henneman's still back there. Marshall in the slot on the near side. Collette's going to look to throw. He's going right. Looking on the far side over there. Receiver turns around, can't locate the football as the pass falls incomplete. I think he was looking for Sasser on that play.
He was, and that pass in that situation was thrown to the wrong shoulder. The ball should have been thrown to the inside, and it was thrown to the outside.
Check that. It was William Davis, 13 and 31. I got 31 and 13 mixed up with Davis. Looking for Davis that time as the fall's incomplete. Singletary. Check that. Singletary. So second down, and we'll call it 24 for Trinity. They'll stack the formation over there. Singletary had 2 touchdown receptions against ACA. Collette pump fakes. Runs forward. It's going to pick up what he can. The ball's loose on the ground. Looks like Montgomery Academy gets the big turnover here.
It's exactly what they needed, and you could almost sniff that coming. He was leaving the ball protected, Kane, as he was running through the line that time, and because of that, he gets the big turnover, big hit, big fumble recovery.
So the Montgomery Academy defense steps up with their backs to the wall on that possession. Trinity not able to cash in the issue with the punt there for Montgomery Academy, as it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 33-yard line. 2:50 left here in the first quarter.
Mark that down. That could be a big play in this football game later on.
Each team with a turnover at the moment. As we see Lindsay, the quarterback, head on out. As MA will break the huddle here. Looks like Woodward is the back. They got Robertson in there in the slot. Robertson will go in motion to the left. Woodward gets this right side. Ooh, nice hard run there. Check that. That's going to be Doe on the carry for a gain of 5.
Yeah, Doe's the bigger of the back between the two, runs a little bit more between the tackles, and he did a good job picking up some good positive yards on first down.
So a gain of 7 out to the 40-yard line. Clock goes under 2.5 left in the first quarter. Same formation. This time no motion. Robertson coming to the right side here. Or check that, Doe coming to the near side, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. It looks like they're going to be maybe just a hair short, depending on the spot.
Looks like about a half a yard, Kane. He tried to turn his shoulders and get upfield and fall forward for that first down, but he got forced out of bounds.
So 3rd down and 1. Ball resting just shy of the 38-yard line. This time Robertson will go to the left. Doe goes to the left of the quarterback. Lindsay tries to draw him offside with the clap, stares back to the near sideline for the signals, and Doe goes back behind the quarterback in the pistol. Doe gets it, left side, very patient, picks his spot. He's going to get his first down as he goes out across the 45-yard line.
Got an injured Montgomery Academy lineman on the field. You're right, though. Doe did a great job of letting his blockers, setting up his blockers and waiting until he got his little crease that he had to run through. He did a good job of letting his blockers set up that run for him.
And the injured player for MA looks like it is going to be number 70, William Davis. He's down on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout here with our score. Trinity 7, Montgomery Academy nothing. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
And we're back here at Ragsdale Boykin Field Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week as Will Davis, the injured Montgomery Academy player, able to walk off on his own power, so that's good to see. As MA will have a 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. As Eric Doe stays in the backfield here with his quarterback, Lindsey. 2 receivers to each side. Lindsey's going to look right, throws. Look for Robertson in the middle as it goes incomplete. He looked like he had his hands on it for just a moment there, and now there's a flag late after the play.
This will be interesting. First of all, that was a great throw that time by Lindsey. Put that right on the little crease route there, little seam. And he put that right there.
It was there. The opportunity was there. It looks like it's unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe against Trinity. And as far as I could tell, it just looked like 2 players getting up after some contact going for the football, but they're going to mark it off against Trinity.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. Looks like they got tangled up.
So this will go all the way down into Wildcat territory at about the 39-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. A big break for MA. Doe's going to get this right side. Oh, he almost broke that when he was 1 step away as he's going to pick up about 5 there on the 1st down carry.
Got him that time around the shoestrings, or he might have housed that.
So gain of 5. Ball goes down to 34. MA going quickly now. Trips to the near side here. Doe will offset the formation to the right. Robert Cone split out wide to the left. Doe gets it. Stutter steps for a second as a flag comes in the area of offensive holding as he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that can't afford to have that as you put a nice drive together here. You've benefited from the penalty, and now you're giving some of that yardage right back.
It is holding against Montgomery Academy. If we have trouble seeing the signs here for the officials, they turn away from us. We're on the visitor side here at Trinity, as he is giving his signals to the press box. So we're going to mark this all the way back to the 44-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 15 for MA.
Passing game going to get in gear here. If you're Montgomery Academy, it's 2nd and 15. Lindsey has shown that he's put the ball on the money so far early in this game.
Meacham, Wallace, Robertson out there on the near side trips for MA. We're going to throw the ball. Oh, that no way for MA was even looking for the pass there as it goes incomplete.
Yeah, intended for Meacham, and he wasn't expecting it at all. He got kind of hit around the head area that time.
Almost looked like it was an RPO that the receivers thought they were going to run the ball. So now it's 3rd down and long here. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. A snail's pace first quarter at the moment.
It really is.
This time, all right, Lindsey moves back. He was under center for a second, talking to one of his linemen. He's going to roll the pocket near his side. Looks back. It may open up for him here. He's going to try to tuck it and run. He's being pursued over there, and that was number 20, Alan Hargrove, who chased him down.
Yeah, just a great backside defensive play by Hargrove to run Lindsey down, or Lindsey might have had the 1st down, got in the corner. Good pursuit that time by Hargrove, and Montgomery Academy is going to be forced to punt.
And that's going to take us, that play will take us to 0-0 here to end the first quarter from Ragsdale Boykin Field. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. It is Trinity 7 and Montgomery Academy nothing.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
So we're welcome back here. Second quarter getting underway. Meacham in the punt. Sasser standing at his 10-yard line. Better snap this time. Sasser, signal fair catch is not going to be able to get up there, and the punt is going to roll dead at the 21-yard line. So MA only going to net about 21 yards on that punt.
Yeah, you would hope in the field position that they had, you could get them pinned inside the 10 there, especially with the way their defense has been playing. But as it is, Trinity will set up 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So if you're just joining us, Trinity, opportunistic, recovered a fumble, drove 63 yards on their first drive to take a 7-0 lead. Had an opportunity after a punting issue for MA. They had the ball inside the 25-yard line, but Trinity turned it over themselves, and here we are, 7-0 here, just underway in the second quarter. As it's been a revolving door at quarterback to this point. This time Collette's in there. Hinneman's got motion into the backfield with him. They're going to give it to Hinneman left side. Tries to cut it up. And a nice job stringing it out that time by the Montgomery Academy defense.
Yeah, doing a good job in gap control that time, Kane, and really stringing that play along the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for Hinneman to go. He couldn't turn upfield and go north and south. They walled that off really good.
So it's loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11 from about the 20. Collette stays in there. Has Holly in the backfield with him there. This time they're going to put Alan Hargrove in the H spot. Holly's going to get this right side, trying to break it out to the near sideline here. And it's dropped down after a gain of 5 out to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great tackle that time by Montgomery Academy's number 9. He did a good job of getting around the corner. That was Wilson that time, and he really sealed off that the running lane, or that could have been big yardage, Kane.
So 3rd down and 5. And it looks like Marshall's going to come back in at quarterback. He's going to have Hinneman and Holly back there with him. Singletary's, and now we got a flag. I think MA might have been offside. Dead ball. It is offsides against Montgomery Academy, so it's still, I believe, going to be just a hair short of the 1st down. 3rd down and a short one here. Ball is just across the 30. They got to get just out to the 31 here.
Marshall not in the game, surprisingly.
They took him out. Looks like Britton's back there now. He's kept it several times already. He's going to do the same here. And he's going to lose the football. They get back on it. He had the 1st down but lost the ball, and it'll be around a 4th down in a punting situation for Trinity.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt. I mean, they're on their side of the 50 at the 30-yard line that time. So good job by Montgomery Academy's defense. 3rd and 1, direct snap to Britton. He's been getting yardage all night. Montgomery Academy's defense bows its neck and is forcing another punt.
10:05 left here till halftime. Barry in the punt. William Meacham back deep for Montgomery Academy. Better snap this time. And Barry gets it away. Meacham not going to field it. Now he dangerously off the hop. And he is driven back by a host of Wildcats.
Yeah, good coverage that time. Good kick coverage by Trinity. They got down, and Meacham, he really had to play that to keep that from rolling 10 more yards. As it is, Montgomery Academy lucky they did not fumble the football the way Trinity got down there and really did a good job of hitting the punt returner.
So 1st and 10, 9:45 left here till halftime. Montgomery Academy still looking for their first points of the game. Lindsay will be the quarterback. Looks like Woodward will be the running back with him. Offset to the right. They're going to try to throw it now under heavy pressure. He's just got to get rid of that as it gets outside the pocket. It goes incomplete. Looked like an RPO that kind of went awry that time for Montgomery Academy.
Had Robertson in the vicinities while there was no flag for intentional grounding. Lindsay thought he got hit a little late on that as he released the football.
So clock stop, 9:39 left till halftime. 2nd and 10 at their own 24 here for Montgomery Academy. Looks like Wallace is going to flip to the right to give him trips over there on the far side. Lindsay looks, throws. Oh, and it's intercepted for Trinity. A big play out there. That was number 25, Thomas Ladner, stepping in front of that one.
Read the quarterback's eyes that time and read him all the way. He telegraphed his throw and stepped in front of it and made a nice play, breaking on the ball and breaking on the receiver.
So here we are, another golden opportunity for Trinity in the early going. Great field position, ball resting at the Montgomery Academy 32-yard line. And let's see who comes out a quarterback here. It is Collette with Henneman back there. Henneman gets this carry right side. Grabbed by the jersey from behind. Picks up maybe a yard, and that's maybe about 2 yards, and that's about it.
Good defense again by Montgomery Academy. They've really had to step up defensively. Been put in some bad situations, and their defense has rose to the occasion tonight so far, Kane. 1 yard gain on the play.
Clock ticks at the 9:05 and left here to halftime. This time it's empty at the moment for Collette. Can bring Sasser in motion to the right side. Collette's going to roll the pocket. He's looking to throw it back across the field. Can't find anybody. Heavy pressure by Montgomery Academy. They were all over that play. They tried to drag the tight end or the slot man back to the other side of the field.
Yeah, that throw back to the other side really takes a long time to develop, and you better block that well. Montgomery Academy did a great job of rushing, keeping their eyes upfield, not selling out too much to let the tight end get behind them, and because of that, they got a big sack.
So a loss of 8 on the play. 3rd down is 17 back at the 41-yard line for Trinity. Going in the wrong direction. 8:15 left to halftime. Going to motion Holly out to the left. Oh, low snap. Yeah, there was some movement up front there. They're going to back him up 5 more yards. That is the 4th penalty tonight already on Trinity for 35 yards.
In an obvious passing situation, though, but I think if you're Montgomery Academy, you're just content with letting Trinity get the reception in front of them.
Clock continued to run there. A few seconds ticked off after the penalty. They're not going to go back and fix it. So just under 8 to play now. 7:53, 52 and counting. 3rd down and 22. Holly in the backfield for the moment, and now we have a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Trinity. 7:46 left till halftime. Trinity 7. Montgomery Academy nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is a pink out here. Both teams wearing pink in the fight against breast cancer, as Trinity leads 7-0, and 2 golden opportunities here in the early going for Darrell for Trinity to pad that lead, and they haven't been able to do so.
No, and when you get yourself in positions like that with either great defensive stops or great special teams plays, you've got to capitalize. So far, Montgomery Academy's done a good job of not allowing that to happen.
So Coletta quarterback, Marshall out here at the bottom of our screen. We've seen him play some quarterback tonight. They're going to send Holly to the left, so it's an empty formation. Collette looking to throw over the middle, and that's going to be complete. It looks like it's Singletary.
It is.
With the reception, but he's going to be short of the first down. Gets them back to the 30-yard line, and now it's decision time. They may be able to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, they're in that situation where it's too close to punt, too far for a field goal, so you might as well go for it here.
So 4th and 22 becomes about 4th and 7. And Trinity quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Collette rolling near side. Can't find anybody. He's hit. Going to be sacked behind the line. A nice job by the Montgomery Academy defense.
Yeah, 2 big sacks on 3rd down, or this time 4th down for Montgomery Academy on Trinity, and now they get the ball turned over on downs. I believe they'll be at their own 31. It's hard to tell from where we are, our vantage point here.
They're going to mark it at the 35 after the sack, so 7:04 left in the second quarter. Montgomery Academy trails 7-0 to Trinity here in this rivalry. The two schools just about 2 miles apart from each other here on the east side of Montgomery. As it looks like Woodward is in the backfield here with Lindsay, the quarterback. Woodward gets it right side, driving across the 40 out to about the 42. A nice pickup of 7, maybe 8 on first down.
Yeah, it's a nice run that time by Jonathan Woodward as John David keeps his legs churning that time. Now they're going back, I believe, with Doe in the backfield.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 3. M.A. quickly at the line. Lindsay pulls it the last second. He's going to have his first down. He's across midfield, tiptoeing his way into Trinity territory down to the 43-yard line. So it's a pickup of 14 and a first down.
He did a real nice job that time, Kane, of not running straight into the kind of slid sideways and enabled him to pick up 3 or 4 more yards in the first down.
1st and 10 at the 42. M.A. going quickly again. Doe gets it this time, falls forward across the 40, down to about the 39 for a gain of 3.
He's a punishing type running back. He wears on the defense after a while as you continue to hit him.
We're approaching the midway point of the second quarter, 6:05 till halftime. Doe stays in there. Wallace is in the slot here on the near side. He's going to go in motion to the right. They're going to roll the pocket to the right side. They look to throw out there, and it goes off Wallace's hands, incomplete, bringing up 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a big pick. You got to hang on to that. I mean, it probably gets you about a yard short of the first down, but a lot more manageable 3rd and 1 than 3rd and 7.
Clock stopped, 5:52 left. 3rd and 7 at the 39. And Lindsay pulls it again. He comes outside trying to get to corner. Lowers the shoulder. He picks up about 4 yards to about the 35, 34, bringing up a 4th down and short situation.
Yeah, good job. Trinity's defense pursuing that time, not letting Lindsay get the first down. Now an interesting decision for Coach Gary Nelson. It looks like he's keeping his offense on the field, and he is going to go for it. 4th and 3 from the 35.
4th down and 3. 5:22 to halftime. Doe's going to line up for the moment behind Lindsay in the formation. Robertson in motion. Oh, they fumbled the football. It's loose. And Montgomery Academy picks it up, but they're going to be stopped on downs as they failed to reach the line to gain. And there's an injured player for Montgomery Academy down for the moment. So a turnover on downs here, and another big stop for Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity's defense has done everything that Coach Royal could ask of it to do. They got put in some tough situations. Montgomery Academy had a nice little drive going there at the 35-yard line of Trinity. But Trinity's defense kind of bows its neck now, and this is it's one of those. I remember these games back in the late 80s and early 90s, looking at some of the scores. They were 7-6,
yes.
13-7, and that's what it looks like right now. It's going to be just a good old defensive battle struggle here.
So you're watching the Exterminatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. It is 7-0. Trinity leads it. Is that
Doe?
I believe that is Doe for Montgomery Academy, slowly making his way here, holding his left wrist area, left hand area.
That would be a big, big loss for Montgomery Academy if he can't go. They run that dual running back. They run Woodward in and Doe in. Doe's been kind of the guy between the tackles, the bruiser.
He's kind of come over here, have a seat right in front of us. We'll try to keep an eye on that as Trinity regains possession here. Collette calling the signals for Trinity. Low snap. Hinneman's going to get it. Tries to work off to the left. May have picked up one, and that's about it, if that.
Again, pursuit. Both defenses have really impressed me east-west, sideline to sideline. Good speed. It looks like there's corners. Looks like there's holes and openings, and they're closing rather quickly.
There, I get the feeling these teams know each other.
They know each other really, really well. You can tell both teams scouted each other, watched a lot of film.
Holly back there for the moment as Trinity looks to the sideline. Hinneman. Holly's going to move up to the H-back spot. Hinneman offset to the right. Collette going to hand it back off on the counter to Hinneman. He's hit and dropped behind the line this time for a loss of maybe 2 on the play.
If you're Montgomery Academy, what you're doing right now is you're not respecting the passing game of Trinity at all. You're just looking run. You're looking for off tackle, jet sweeps, things like that you know Trinity is going to run. And right now they got Marshall and Collette in the game at the same time. But 3rd and 10, actually 3rd and 13. They haven't changed. There it is. They've changed it now. 3rd and 13 with 3:55 remaining in the first half. Another situation. Can Montgomery Academy get another big sack here? They've done it the last couple possessions.
So Marshall's in the slot on the near side. Collette's still a quarterback. Holly flips the formation. Holly gets it on the handoff. He might have made it back to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up a 4th down and 10 in a punting situation with 3.5 till halftime.
With a 7-0 lead, Trinity played that conservative. They were not going to give up the big play there and lose field position. They look like they're staying out on offense.
4th and 10. Now they're going to bring the punt team in. Clock continues to run here.
Meacham back deep to receive for Montgomery Academy.
You get the feeling Coach Loyal's perfectly content with the way this game is flowing so far.
He goes into halftime 7-0. I mean, it's the kind of game Trinity want to get into. A little slugfest, low scoring, defense, special teams, mudded up a little bit, and that's what's happening.
Barry doing the punting for Trinity. And the play clock hits 0. It's a delay of game, so that little slow to get the offense off the field results in a 5-yard penalty, the 5th of the night on Trinity.
Meacham's at the 30. I expect him to move up some.
2:54 to halftime. Montgomery Academy has 2 timeouts remaining. Trinity 1. Barry gets a snap, gets this off. Meacham chasing after it. It's going to hit and roll. He's not going to be able to return it. That is an excellent punt by Barry.
It really is. He angled it nice. Didn't give Meacham a chance to return it at all, and it goes out of bounds. In a good spot, he flipped the field. And that's what I believe Coach Royal wanted him to do in that situation. Now it's up to the Montgomery Academy offense, who's kind of stopped itself. Bad snap. Last couple times, see if they can generate anything. Doe still on the sidelines over here right in front of us, not in the ball game.
Woodward goes back out there, running back for Montgomery Academy. Robertson's out there at receiver with Wallace and Meacham to the near sideline. Lindsey surveys the defense. He's going to hand this off. Woodward sidesteps one man. The ball's loose on the ground again. And I think Trinity has recovered. As Montgomery Academy's been hit with fumbleitis here in the first half.
You know, you hang in there. That's why you said Coach Royal is perfectly happy with this kind of game. You're up 7-0. You just hang around. You have that lead, and then if something like this happens. But the key is Trinity's got to convert. I mean, they've had too many opportunities in Montgomery Academy territory, and you keep misfiring on those opportunities, it will come back to haunt you.
1st and 10 at the 27. The ball's been gift-wrapped again to Trinity deep in Montgomery Academy territory. As Darryl said, they have not converted on the first 2. Maybe the 3rd time will be a charm here. Empty set at the moment. Collette's going to look to throw. They're trying to set up a screen here. Hinneman catches it across the middle, racing. He's going to have the 1st down. He's deep into Montgomery Academy territory down near the 10-yard line.
That's a good play call, that middle screen. We hadn't seen it all night. They had a great time where they chose to break it out. Kind of had Montgomery Academy caught him off guard there.
Ball officially spotted at the 11-yard line. Clock running, 2:25 till halftime. And Trinity, they had their choice to run about 2 minutes off the clock and score here right before the half. They're going to go empty again. Hit him in off to the right with Marshall and Singletary. Collette's going to look to throw it back to the left. Oh, looked like hit Holly in the back of the head and falls incomplete.
It really did.
That's not who it was intended for.
No, it was not. And he was running out in the flat, didn't realize it, and the ball hit him in the back, as you said, and just fell harmlessly to the turf.
So far tonight, Collette 3 of 6 here for 35 yards. 2:04 left, clock stop for the moment. They are in field goal range. Trinity, as they go empty again. Collette looking to the right, trying to hit Singletary on the screen. He makes the grab. Singletary races in for the touchdown.
It's a good play call. Middle screen again, but this time it was a little bit farther flanked out to the hash mark. He got behind some linemen there, ran interference, and they really picked a great time to call those two plays, and they do capitalize this time on the turnover.
So Jack Singletary on the 11-yard touchdown reception from Collette. It is 13-0 Trinity, so they are able to capitalize on the turnover finally here deep in Montgomery Academy territory. Barry on for the extra point.
Now, Montgomery Academy does have 2 timeouts and 1:58 to try to generate something, get some points on the board.
Good snap and spot. Kick is up. Right down the middle, and it's good. So our new score, 1:58 to halftime. Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy nothing. You're watching the Sturmatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
And welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field here. Montgomery Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy nothing. As the Wildcats capitalize on the fumble and get ahead by 2 scores here. As Wallace is back deep for MA. Also looks like Jamal Cooper and Robert Cohn standing at about the 20-yard line. But the Trinity fans are making a lot of noise over there right now. They're enjoying this one at the moment. And they're going to kick it away. It's going to bounce. Wallace is going to pick it up inside the 5. Gets the sideline for the moment and then finally knocked down. Looks like near the 20, 25-yard line for Montgomery Academy.
Good decision by Wallace that time to pick that up. If it just lays there dead, Trinity can come get that. So he turns that into a positive kickoff return. And now Montgomery Academy with 2 timeouts left and 1:51 remaining in the half. The directive here, try to get some points on the board and get some momentum going into halftime.
So Trinity will receive the kickoff to start the second half. So this is a huge possession here for Montgomery Academy. Lindsey gets the snap, rolling to the near side, looking. Has a man open deep here. He's looking for Meacham. Meacham racing under it and can't find it at the last second. Had to adjust to the football, turn back into it, and could not come up with it.
He did have him open. He had 2 steps. Throw was over the wrong shoulder if he hits him on stride. But that's there, and that's something to look at later on in the game you can go back to because you know that play is open.
So the clock stops, 1:44 to halftime. Lindsey tonight so far 3 for 10 here in the first half for just 41 yards, has the interception. Gonna roll the pocket here again, looking. Throws out here near side. That's going to be fall incomplete. Looked like it was in the hands of Wallace and was knocked away at the last second.
Nice play by Griffin Sanders that time. He closed rather quickly on that and got there as soon as the ball did. He kind of arrived and did a good job jarring the ball loose.
So now 3rd down and 10, 1:37 till the half. Ball resting on their own 22-yard line. When we see a draw here, or maybe are they afraid to have the clock stop again and give the ball back to Trinity?
Yeah, I think you want to. Trinity only has one timeout left, and I think Coach Roy will be very satisfied 14-0. So Montgomery Academy's got to try to get some points.
Oh, heavy pressure. Lindsey retreating back. Throws, has a man out here. It's Meacham. He dives for the football. It's going to be complete at the 38-yard line and a first down. It's a gain of 16 on the play.
Big play that time. Good job by Lindsey to keep his eyes upfield and to roll out. If that ball is thrown on target, though, and where Meacham could still be running with it, you might have 6.
So nice job by Lindsey to buy some time there. Ball whistled in play, clock running. 1:20 to halftime. Lindsey trying to get the attention of his receivers. He wanted to snap it earlier. They're going to roll the pocket right. Looks, throws out there, and it goes off the hands of number 12, William Robertson, falling incomplete.
It does stop the clock. 2 timeouts still left for Montgomery Academy with 1:12 remaining in the half, so still plenty of time.
It's a 2nd and 10 on their own 39. MA will not huddle. They'll just call it at the line of scrimmage. Lindsey under pressure. Steps up, late, throws, incomplete. A nice job to avoid the sack that time, but it falls incomplete as he was looking for Wallace over here on the near side.
Yeah, he did a good job living to fight another day, another play that time. Sidestepped the rush, Lindsey did. That sack would have been disastrous, would have made them have to call a timeout. As it is, they don't. Clock stops on the incomplete pass.
So 3rd down and 10, 1:06 to the half. Trinity moving their defense around here. Trips to the far side. They're going to run a little option. Lindsey takes it, opens up for a second there. He spins his way. The ball fell loose, and they're racing down the sideline for a touchdown. Looks like for the moment for Montgomery Academy is going to be number 24, Jonathan Woodward. Johnny on the spot picking up the fumble.
What a big, big play that time, and that is a great play, great executed. Before Lindsey went to the ground, he was getting spun around. He had the presence of mind, Kane, to pitch the ball on an option. How many times have you seen that? Nebraska ran that, Oklahoma. You think the quarterback's down. He's not. Woodward trailing on the play, gets the pitch and has a nice long touchdown run.
61 yards officially for Woodward on the touchdown. And all of a sudden, MA is back in the game.
That's a big, big play to get right before halftime.
Looks like they're going to kick it. And it is number 35 from Montgomery Academy who looks like he's going to do the kicking. That is Bradley Westhalser.
And give Woodward credit. Wow, he kicked the heck out of that.
Nice kick, man. That thing went flying.
Woodward had 2 fumbles, and he could have hung his head. He bounced back, has a nice touchdown run.
So new game, 53 seconds to halftime. We'll keep it right here for the moment. Montgomery Academy 14, Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy 7. How big was that score, Darryl, with Trinity getting the ball to start the second half?
That's really big. I mean, you can't even underestimate or overestimate how big that is. 3rd down and 10, you call a running play. It looks like Lindsey's tackled short. It was going to be 4-down territory, and he makes the pitch, completely swings momentum, gets the sideline going for Montgomery Academy. And as it is now, the way their defense is played, that touchdown, they were giving the ball in pretty dire circumstances, so it's a big play for Montgomery Academy.
Yeah, Montgomery Academy's defense has had its backs against the wall all night. They've held Trinity out twice deep in their own territory. Could not the 3rd time there, as it'll be a big opportunity here for Trinity. They got 53 seconds till half with 2 timeouts. They will get the ball to start the second half. But Montgomery Academy offense, they just have a hard time hanging on to the football.
Yeah, and that was the sustained drives have been killed by them fumbling the football. And we have something very strange coming through right now. It's called a breeze. It's called wind. I didn't know what it looked like or felt like.
That kick's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So a nice job by Westerhoff to get it to the end zone. 53 seconds left. The wind has picked up.
What is that foreign feeling that is
It's a nasty four-letter word. We welcome it for the moment here. We've had some very hot games. We've had a 2.5-hour rain delay up at Chilton County on week 2. And the flag's down in the end zone, whipping towards the east right now here at Ragsdale Boykin Field. So the wind is coming from behind us here at the moment here at Trinity as we are on the visitor's side.
I would fully expect Trinity to take a knee here with one timeout, the ball thrown, 53 seconds. Be happy to go in at halftime up 7 right now. Kane, what about you?
I would agree as Henneman comes out on the handoff, works left for a couple yards, and that's about it. Clock runs down to 45 seconds and counting.
Montgomery Academy looks content to just let the clock run out, not use any of their timeouts.
So 2nd and 8, under 30 to play now to the half. We're going to hand it off again. Henneman has a first down out to about the 33, 34-yard line. A nice gain to 12. Clock stopped momentarily with 14 seconds.
They'll probably run it one more time. I guess they're just going to run the ball, see if something can pop loose here. You never know.
Marshall split out to the slot here on the near side. Collette hands it off. And that should be the final play at the half. 3 seconds, 2, and then 1. And we finally hit triple zeros here in the first half. And an entertaining first half as Trinity, the homestanding Wildcats, lead Montgomery Academy by a score of 14-7 from Ragsdale Boykin Field. We're going to take a timeout here, get a few words from our sponsors, come back, look at some stats and so forth here at the half. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
Yo, check 1, 2.
You asked for it, and now it's back. Yep. The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip-hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip-hop all day.
Taking it back.
This is Yo Music. This is Yo Music. The new Yo is back. Now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip-hop.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Don't miss the gigantic floor model clearance sale now through Saturday at American Oak and More. Save up to 75%. Mirrors and latex pillows just $10. Rustic console was $11.88, now $3.99. Entertainment center was $35.08, now $6.99. Shop the clearance sale and save up to 75%. Be sure to check our Facebook page to see all clearance items. Interest-free financing available.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
And welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Halftime here from Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy 7. My name's Kane Young. I'm here with Daryl Dapprich. Very interesting first half, Daryl. Almost started out like we saw a few weeks ago for Trinity at home. But this time, Montgomery Academy able to respond, unlike Alabama Christian a couple weeks ago.
They did, and give them credit. Their defense kept them in the ball game, even though they fell behind 14-0. Very opportunistic was Trinity. Their first touchdown, they had some special teams. We talked about the special teams. They couldn't capitalize on that. They did capitalize on the second turnover here with two really nice drawn-up play calls on these middle screens. Montgomery Academy could have hung its hat a little bit on that. They came back. Beautiful option pitch on that when you looked like that Lindsey was down. He pitches it to Jonathan Woodward, who housed it for a long, long touchdown run. And all that momentum was huge for Montgomery Academy. I mean, I think we looked at one point, there was 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Trinity had an opportunity to score. They didn't. We said mark that down. That could come back to haunt them. Now for Trinity, they've done a great job defensively, except for that one big play right there. They've done a good job of letting Montgomery Academy get into their territory, that bend, don't break defense, but they've still got to generate some offense in the second half. If a 14-7 lead, to me, just doesn't feel safe in this game right now.
Yeah, first half scoring here for Trinity. For the Wildcats, it was Nexton Marshall, one of the three quarterbacks here in the first half for Trinity, scoring on a 1-yard keeper to put them up 7-0. And then we had a touchdown pass from Collette to Jack Singletary from 11 yards on the screen pass that Darryl just mentioned a second ago to go up 14-0. And then right before the half, it was Jonathan Woodward taking the pitch the last second from the quarterback Trey Lindsey, racing 61 yards to get Montgomery Academy on the scoreboard here in the final minute of the first half, which brings us to a score of 14-7 in favor of the homestanding Wildcats. So it's halftime here on the Montgomery Sports Network. We're going to take a break here, come back and get our statistics from the first half. As a reminder, you're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here. Halftime, Trinity leads Montgomery Academy by a score of 14-7. As we'll take a moment here to look at the first half statistics for each team. Montgomery Academy had 57 yards passing, 86 on the ground for a total of 143. 61 of the 86 coming on the one carry there.
Yeah, that's why those stats are a little misleading, because 61 came on one play, and up until that point in the ball game, Trinity was doing a really good job of bottling them up. You look at those statistics, though, in a whole, and they do look a little more balanced.
Trinity, 71 yards rushing in the first half, 46 through the air for a total of 117. Probably the biggest stat of the first half there. We don't necessarily have it, or we do have it on our board. 3 turnovers for Montgomery Academy, just 1 for Trinity.
Yeah, Montgomery Academy had 2 fumbles and 1 interception. Trinity had the fumble. So basically, the turnover battle, we didn't talk about it pregame. We didn't talk about it as a key to the game, but it's really a key to any ball game. Whoever wins the battle of the turnovers, it's very tough to put the ball on the ground or have 3 turnovers in the first half. But yet, here we are, Montgomery Academy only down 7.
Flags in the first half, 5 penalties on Trinity for 40 yards, only 1 penalty on Montgomery Academy for 10 yards. So that has to be an area of concern for the Trinity coaching staff.
Yeah, they'll get that cleaned up. In the locker room at halftime, that Coach Loyal will be talking about the penalties and getting that cleaned up. Coach Nelson will be talking about the turnover situation. And whichever team in the second half, in my opinion, can overcome mistakes, make less mistakes, and overcome adversity. 14-7 doesn't feel like a safe lead in this game, but there's been turnovers, there's been penalties, there's been special teams miscues. I think whichever team is able to overcome mistakes and try to cut those down, get through a little bit of adversity, will come out and win this game in the second half.
So a reminder, you're watching the Montgomery Sports Network, the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. You can go to our Facebook page, like us there. We've had over 900 people like us here in the last few weeks. There's game highlights there. We put our schedule up there. Next week we'll actually be making the trip back up to Millbrook as number 1 Wetumpka will play a huge region game. Both Stanhope Elmore and Wetumpka undefeated in region play. We'll have that game next week at 6:30 on Friday night here in the Montgomery Sports Network. You can follow us on Twitter at MyMGM Sports. You can go to YouTube, search Montgomery Sports Network. If you know somebody that's at the game here, you can text them. They can pull us up on the device. If you're at another game around the River region, you can watch our game while you're watching whatever game you are in person. So there's a lot of opportunities out there for you to find us here in the 2018 season.
Scoreboard watching is a key when you start getting into region play and you want to know how your other teams are in your region are doing, and this is a way to keep up with that.
So we're just about just over 10 minutes here left till halftime. We're going to take another timeout, come back in a few moments. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
Halftime here at Trinity, the homestanding Wildcats lead Montgomery Academy 14-7 here on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. Check out a few scores here while we have some time. The game we have next week at halftime right now is Stanhope Elmore 7, Smith Station 7, and number 1 ranked 6A Wetumpka trails Prattville at the half up in Prattville 17-14.
Yeah, that's an upset right there. We'll see what happens so far. We'll have to see what happens in the second half. And Stanhope bouncing back, playing well against Smith Station.
So the two 6A schools that face off next week here in the Montgomery Sports Network, stepping up in class, going on the road for 7A competition. Wetumpka and Prattville rivals for a long time. Smith Station over there near the Georgia line, much improved than they were the last few seasons. A couple other scores: Calera leads Bibb County 33-14. We have Shelby County ahead of Moody 20-13. And as we go through the Twitter scroll here, Thorsby up in Chilton County leads Isabel at the half by a score of 22-6. Pelham all over Oak Mountain at the halftime, 31-0. A lot of action going on here. Auburn leads Minor, 20-0 at the half. Briarwood Christian with a 7-3 lead over Hartselle. So a lot of action taking place tonight. Darryl, for the teams that we have here tonight, Trinity and Montgomery Academy, obviously the rival game here, but next week both teams will step back into region play.
Yeah, they do. We talked about the big game that Montgomery Academy has at Dadeville next week, and you've got Trinity going to Dale County next week. Here, not going to Dale County. They will host them here. The only game Trinity has left away from their home field is at Ashford. The rest of these games, including the biggie to end the year at against St. James, is here at Ragsdale Boykin Field.
Yeah, for Trinity, Montgomery Catholic leads their region at 3-0. Headland and Ashford are both currently 2-0 in the region. And then Trinity's sitting there in the 4th spot with Dale County, who they're going to play next week. So that's going to be a make-or-break game when it gets down to it for this season for Trinity.
It's amazing how both teams' schedules kind of mirror each other. Montgomery County's got a big game with the team they're tied for 4th next week. Trinity's got a big game with the team they're tied. So, I mean, the look-ahead factor probably could have been affected by both teams, but they both seem very focused on the task at hand. I'm wondering how big the injury to Doe is going to be for Montgomery Academy in the second half. I mean, he spells Woodward. He's a different type of back. He runs between the tackles. He's a punishing running back. And right now, it doesn't look like he's going to have any opportunity to get back in this football game in the second half, and Woodward's going to have to carry it all by himself.
Yeah, Eric Doe, the running back, was hit. Came off holding his left wrist, hand area. Sat down here on the bench in front of us. Didn't receive a whole lot of medical attention after that. Was just kind of sitting there. So we'll see if he can get back in there in the second half or not. For Montgomery Academy, their region, right now they currently sit in 4th place, as Darryl mentioned. They are tied with Dadeville. St. James sitting there 3-0. Pike Road sitting there 3-0. That is just a loaded Region 3 that those teams are in.
Yeah, Prattville Christian, I felt like they thought they were going to have a little better season. They're dangerous down the stretch. Pike Road's really loaded. They're a really good football team in their first year of varsity football, and they're really bringing it. Got some good athletes there. Think about that, Kane. They're doing it without any seniors, too. It's all juniors or less.
Yeah, so the future bodes well for them. And they're really a team without a home field, playing a lot of their games at Alabama State.
Yeah.
And, they're just trying to.
And, they'll be excited when they get their own home field. They can have a crowd like this and their fans supporting it, because as fun as it is to play in a college stadium, and when it's empty, virtually empty like that compared to this atmosphere, it is completely different.
So just about 3 minutes left here to the teams officially start their warm-up. So we're going to take one more timeout here at halftime on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. Our score, once again, Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy 7.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company, and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the Live Drive at 5, and Top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com. And on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up. 97.9 Jams.
And welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field here. Just had a number of people asking us where they can find the game at, so we'll go over that again. You can go to Facebook and like us. Our page, Montgomery Sports Network. Our highlights from the night's game already being shown out there by our replay staff. And we have Twitter. You can go to searches at My MGM Sports. We have highlights there, videos, and so forth. You can go to YouTube, search Montgomery Sports Network, pull up the archive games that we've had so far this year. You can also go to our website, mymgmsports.com. All our games are there with highlights. Our sponsors are there and so forth.
And the great thing about that, you can click watch and do live, or you can do on demand and watch any old games.
And, Darryl, we've had some barn burners the last few weeks. We had, going back to week 2, the Chilton County Silcock game that came to the last minute. Silcock got the interception down near the goal line to preserve the win. We had a very good game here between Alabama Christian and Trinity. We had the last second victory by Sidney Lanier the other week on the field goal. And then last week we just had a second-half barn burner up in Millbrook between Stanhill-Belmore and Shades Valley.
Yeah, we've been blessed with some good games that have come down to the last possession, games that have come down to 0-0-0 on the clock. I have a feeling this one's going to be good in the second half too. It's going to be one of those close, hard-fought contests in the second half. And, again, mistakes, special teams, we talked about penalties and turnovers. All those things got to get cleaned up. And I think whatever team does the better job of overcoming those is going to win this second half.
And if you've been with us for all these weeks, we appreciate that very much. Go tell our sponsors that you've been watching us and everything when you patronize their businesses. The weather has finally broken here, Darryl.
Yeah.
As we get through week 6 here to the end of September. It's been so hot for some of these games, and now it's just a comfortable fall evening at the moment.
Yeah, it feels like football weather. You can tell, no cramps. Although we've been really impressed with the last couple games we've done with the heat factor, how both teams were so well conditioned and did not cramp. Tonight, same thing. You got that little breeze. It's really pleasant. It's in the 70s now. I don't think there's any more threat of rain, so we didn't have to have an umbrella and ponchos and everything else to do this game. But as it is right now, you come out in the second half, 14-7. Both teams, I think, feel like coming out of their locker rooms, they have a chance to win this football game. And if they execute, they feel like they can.
And as the 3-minute mandatory warm-up here begins now, you probably hear a lot of music in the background. Darryl and I were trying to figure that out. We thought maybe we're just hearing things because we're getting older. But both student sections have some boom boxes over there. That's what I would call it back in the 80s. But they have their own music going on both sides, almost dueling there at moments in the first half.
There's a bunch of kids listening to this broadcast that just Googled what boom box is. But, it's kind of funny is you feel old when you're doing a game and the halftime, the cheerleaders come out, the dance team, and they're doing it to a song that was popular when you were a freshman in college. And I remember that song, but it is kind of neat. They were throwing it back. They released some pink balloons in honor of cancer survivors and those that we've lost to cancer. Special night. Both cheerleaders were walking around in their respective stands with a donation bucket and trying to get donations for cancer research. And I know a lot of that goes right to the Montgomery Cancer Center, who's been very instrumental in the river region with helping people. So all of us, in one way or the other, I know we've known somebody that we've either lost to cancer or has had cancer, has overcome it, and a special night when both teams can get together and honor that for that battle and that fight.
Yeah, and a great relationship. These two schools just 2 miles apart. Trinity and Montgomery Academy had the videos we posted this week here on the Montgomery Sports Network on our Facebook page and on Twitter, highlighting the relationship between the schools and the fight and everything. You just don't see that everywhere you go.
No.
And again, we mentioned this in the game we had here earlier this year. Just clean, old-fashioned football. The word you used that night, I remember, was refreshing. No trash talk between these teams. Just going after it.
No, there was a part of this night that I watched. It was kind of neat, kind of special, and I think it typifies what you're talking about is two kids that I went to church with that when they were little I taught in Sunday school, Griffin Sanders and Jonathan Woodward, and he sweeps left and he tackles them. And there they are together in the same youth group together at church, but they're on the field playing hard, helping each other up, and that's what this rivalry's about, kind of brother against brother type mentality, people that but they play it clean and they play it to the whistle, but there's not, they play hard and they play with enthusiasm, but there's not trash talking, there's not poor sportsmanship. It is always refreshing to watch that.
So just under a minute here to kick off the start of the second half. So Trinity is going to get the football here. They had those first 10, 15 plays scripted, moving the quarterbacks in and out here. And then after that kind of settled down, it's been Collette most of the way here. Do you think they'll go back to the Wildcat maybe with Britton or put Marshall back there or try to ride this out with Collette as far as they can?
I think with a 14-7 lead, field position will dictate that. The chains, the down and distance will dictate that. But I think Montgomery Academy defensively is going to have to make an adjustment on that middle screen. It's there. It's open. They ran it once. They ran it twice. And whether it's Heineman or Singletary or Britton that can get in the middle of the playing field, that upfield rush from Montgomery Academy was leaving the center of the field open. Look for Coach Nelson to kind of adjust to that.
So we'll get ready to start the second half here. Extermatech Pest Control game of the week. Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy 7. As the homestanding Wildcats, their student section extremely vocal tonight. Pumped up here. They got the pink shakers over there. As we'll get ready to start things off here. Last time on the kickoff, Montgomery Academy was able to put it into the end zone. As it looks like Holly is back deep, along with Sasser and Marshall for the Wildcats.
3-man set up there. It's very rare you see that.
So second half of this city rivalry getting underway here from Ragsdale Boykin Field in quarter number 3. This one sails back towards the end zone, and that's going to be another touchback, another nice kick for Montgomery Academy.
That's a boomer right there, and that's what you want to do on special teams. You don't want there to be any kind of chance of any kind of return. Montgomery Academy kicker do a good job of kicking that through the end zone, and now Trinity will set up 1st and 10. Montgomery Academy has had some success, Kane, rushing the passer when it's been predictable pass situations. That's why Trinity had so much success with those middle screens, because they threw on first down. It wasn't a predictable passing situation.
So Collette's going to come out here with Holly in the backfield with him. Marshall's in the slot on the near side. Holly's going to get the handoff, try to work over right guard. Moves the pile forward, still driving there. And finally the whistle is blown, but not before he gains about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, nice strong run. Something interesting, Doe from Montgomery Academy looks like he could be ready. He's got his helmet on to go back in the game, and he's shaking hands with that right wrist that was hurting. So we'll see.
So 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. This time Holly will flip to the right side of the formation. And it's going to be kept by Collette. And not much happening there. Maybe one on the play, and I'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, good job again by the Montgomery Academy defense. Saw that they knew that was a direct snap that time to Britton. They knew which direction he was going and followed him through the A-gap that time and brought him down.
So as Britton came in, they keep switching now here in and out. So 3rd down and 4. Collette back at quarterback. I got a motion here. Hinneman, look for him in the flat. They throw it to Hinneman. He has the catch. He's going to have the first down across the 30 and out towards the 33, a big collision. So it's going to be a gain of 6 and a first down.
Yeah, did a good job that time. That's a safe route right there, throwing it out in the flat. Hinneman's got good hands. He turned his shoulder pads upfield enough to get the first down.
Hinneman's 3rd reception tonight. He has now 3 catches for 25 yards. 1st and 10 for Trinity at their own, they'll mark it at their own 32. 10:40 left here in the 3rd quarter. Collette going to hand this off. And Hinneman lowers the shoulder, drives out towards the 40-41 yard line. Going to pick up 8 yards there on the carry.
Yeah, they're getting running lanes now that they didn't have in the first half. So I don't know if they've adjusted, if schematically they're doing something different, but it's now 2nd and 3. which is what you want to get on first down to get nice 7-yard gains.
So Hinneman, Holly will move to the H-back spot. Hinneman offset to the right. Low snap, grabbed. Hinneman tries the left side, and the Montgomery Academy defense making a nice stand there. That time it looked like number 9 for MA making the initial contact, Brian Wilson.
Yeah, good job that time by the Montgomery Academy defense. The right side of their defense closing up the running lane. And now it's 3rd down. They got him 3rd and 3. I guess they gave him forward progress.
Yeah, they got to get right to just across the 42-yard line. So 3rd down here, and we'll call it 2. Hinneman, or check that, Holly in the backfield with Collette. Hinneman comes in motion to the near side. Holly gets it. He is going to be dropped for a loss on the play. Leading the way from Montgomery Academy, number 54, Jackson Kelly.
Yeah, great recognition that time. They knew exactly where the ball was going. They tracked that. Now you wonder if Trinity's in 4-down territory right now. You could punt and pin Montgomery Academy back deep, and they are coming off the field, and that's what they'll do. They'll punt.
So the punter, Preston Barry, been very effective angling in his kicks tonight, not allowing MA to get a return game going.
They have not. Meacham's back there, and he hasn't been able to touch it.
8:45, clock running here, 3rd quarter. Montgomery with a really safe look there on defense here on the 4th and about 4. Good snap. Barry, nice kick. Meacham camps under it, makes the grab. He's hit, but he gets up and is going to get able to go forward for about 5 yards. So nice job by Meacham to field the football and get some positive yardage.
Really is. He took a couple of hits, shook those off, and got 5 yards, where he looked like he got knocked down on the first initial contact.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Montgomery Academy. And we'll see who goes out there running back this time for the Eagles. Still have not broken the huddle. They sent a couple receivers out early in the formation. And I believe that's going to be the 14, Jamal Cooper, in the backfield. I'm going to throw it here to the near side. It is Cooper on a catch, and he is quickly met by the Trinity defense as they were not fooled. Number 34, Chapman Gregory. We called his name a few times tonight.
Yeah, they're looking for a little bubble screen to get Cooper out, maybe a one-on-one, some space. Trinity's defense does a great job of sniffing that out and stopping it at the line of scrimmage.
So play failed the gain. Maybe actually lost one on the play, so 2nd and 11. Cooper stays in there in the backfield. Going to look to throw, pump fake. A little stop and go. There's contact out there, and there's a flag. But that's going to be pass interference, so they're looking for Meacham.
Yeah, Griffin Sanders had no choice but to – that's a good penalty to take Meacham down, or if not, he's in the secondary running loose. It's only 15 yards, so he'd rather give that up than a long touchdown.
So it'll be a 1st down for Montgomery Academy after the penalty is enforced.
It looked like a double move that time. It kind of fooled him. Griffin bit on that, and then Meacham was running by him in the secondary.
They're going to move it out to the 41-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Montgomery Academy. Clock stops, 7:43 left. 3rd quarter here from Ragsdale, Boykin Field, and Montgomery. Trinity with a 7-point lead over their rivals, Montgomery Academy. This time, Cooper gets it. Nothing happening there. May have made it back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Yeah, they've got kind of trying to use Cooper a little bit dynamically in this offense. He didn't run the ball at all in the first half, and they've got with Doe on the sideline, they're still using that 2-back approach with Woodward, but now they've got Cooper as a 2nd back.
So 2nd and 10. Clock ticks at 7:10 and counting. Cooper stays in there. 2 receivers to each side. Lindsey's going to throw out here, and it goes off the hands of his receiver on the far side, falling incomplete. Bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, he's had some passes dropped tonight. He's put the ball on target 3 or 4 times that I can remember, that I can count, and the ball was dropped.
So clock stops, 7 minutes left here. He's trying to hit Meacham that time, so it's 3rd down and 10 for MA. Trinity with a three-man front, but they'll walk some linebackers up and give them a different look here before the snap, more than likely. It will look like one of the tackles with no flag. Lindsey's got to look to throw. Going out there, looks like a wheel route on the far side over there. It's going to be deflected away, and then it's caught over there on the far side. I believe it was number 12.
Robertson that time did a good job. He kind of floated it. Lindsey kind of floated it, and by the time it got down to Robertson, he almost got hit by the defender kind of simultaneously, but he did a good job of holding on.
Another 3rd and long conversion here for MA. They had the big one in the first half that led to the touchdown, so they move into Trinity territory at the 41-yard line. Robertson's second catch of the evening for the Eagles. Looks like Cooper stays in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. He's going to fall across the 40 to the 39 for a short gain of about 2.
Yeah, they're going with that two-back set, and I thought that Doe was going to go back in the game. He looked like he was, but I guess his wrist is hurting too bad for him to give it a go.
So 2nd and 8, ball at the 39. 6.5 left here at third quarter. Trips to the near side for Trinity, for MA. Lindsey looks this way, throws out here. That pass is going to be complete to number 12, Robertson. He's hit immediately by the Trinity defense. Number 7, Mark Williams with the big stick.
Yeah, and that was a form tackle right there. I mean, he did a good job making sure that he wasn't getting any yak yards after the catch. He stuck him and made him stay right where he was.
So 3rd down and 4 at the 35.
I think you're in 4-down territory right here now.
I would agree, as MA shuffling players in and out here. Getting some new people in there on the formation.
Watch the quarterback keeper right here.
They got a tight end in there this time. Lindsey keeps it. Gonna have the first down. Good call, Mr. Dapper. Sounds like you were in the headset that time.
I wasn't. I promise the frequencies did not cross. Tommy House is not switching frequencies on us, but they've run that play to success in that moderate 3rd to 4, 3rd to 5, and picked up the first down. In fact, they picked up the touchdown the last time with that when they pitched it.
5:30, clock moving here, third quarter. Woodward in there at this time for MA. Robertson comes back in the game. Wallace and Meacham also split out to the right. Lindsey's going to pull the ball, throw it out there, and it's going to fall incomplete. It was a forward pass, so it's incomplete. No harm, no foul on that one.
That's footwork, though, on Lindsey, and he's hitting himself in the helmet. He realizes it's an opportunity there. You've got to set your feet on that and lead the receiver. He can't catch it stationary, and he can't reach down for it, or he's done. He's got to catch that on the move.
So clock stop, 5:09. Going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. As the MA players look here to the sideline for their signal from their coaching staff. Woodward will flip to the left side. Lindsey's going to look to put it up in the air. Under pressure, rolls right, throws it late. He's looking over there. Looks like for Meacham, it's going to be caught in the corner for the touchdown.
Great job by Lindsey to extend the play, get outside the pocket, keep his eyes downfield. Meacham runs the corner route to the flag, and it's touchdown Montgomery Academy.
29-yard touchdown pass from Lindsey to Meacham, and it is now 14-13 with the huge extra point attempt coming up with 5 minutes exactly left here in the third quarter.
14 unanswered for Montgomery Academy, which is huge right now. They got right back in this football game.
Lindsey looks to the sideline, and now they're going to break the formation back to the traditional PAT look. Good snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good.
A heck of a leg right there.
Bradley Westhalser nails it. And our new score, 5 minutes left, third quarter. It is Trinity 14, Montgomery Academy 14. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech, 334-209-4590.
Welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field, where Trinity and Montgomery Academy all knotted up at 14 as MA scores here on their first drive of the second half. Kind of feel momentum shifting at the moment here, Darryl.
Yeah, that run we talked about at the end of the first half was great confidence and momentum shift from Montgomery Academy, and they've really capitalized on that and carried it over to the second half.
So Holly, the deepest of the men for Trinity, as the kick is away. And coming to the near side is going to be Sasser, trying to make a play. Spins his way out towards about the 27, 28-yard line where Trinity will set up shop.
Trinity, quite simply now, has got to try to put a sustained drive together. Something long, something where they mix in the pass and the run. If they just rely on Britton and Heineman, it's going to be difficult because Montgomery Academy's got that sniffed out. They got to run some screens, some throws over the middle. And looks like Collette is not in the game. It's back to Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall's back there with Hinneman and Holly in the backfield for the moment for Trinity. Hinneman goes in motion. They're going to hand off to Holly near side. He's dragged down for maybe a gain of 1, and that's it.
Yeah, that play is going to be tough now to run now that Montgomery Academy has seen it 3 or 4 times. It's all about execution. You still have to whoop your man up front to get any kind of yards on that. Montgomery Academy's got that sniffed out.
Yeah, Holly broke off a 30-yard run early in the game, but since that he's been slowed a little bit. Same formation here. Hinneman goes in motion. They're going to pull it. Marshall comes near side. And a nice job that time of the Montgomery Academy defense as it looked like Cooper playing cornerback there for MA making the stop.
Yeah, Cooper did a good job. Marshall, I thought he had the corner. Cooper closed quickly. And you can just tell Montgomery Academy's the side right now that's fired up.
4 minutes and counting, third quarter. 14 all here from Ragsdale Boykin Field. Collette back in the game at quarterback. Holly at the running back for with Collette. Collette rolls the pocket, looks left, throws late, and almost intercepted over there by the MA defense. They had a read on that football.
Yeah, you're throwing across your body across the field. That's a very difficult throw to make. Trinity's going to have to punt. Montgomery Academy gets the ball right back, 3 and out, exactly what they needed.
And a standing ovation here from the visitor side as the MA defense comes off the field. As Preston Berry will be on the punt. And Meacham, the man who just scored the touchdown, goes back to receive the kick here for the Eagles.
Meacham has not had much room at all to return punts all night.
Barry's been very effective punting the football. 2 good kickers here in this game tonight for each team. Kicks away. Meacham going to have to let it bounce. Good coverage by Trinity as it rolls inside the 30 to the 29. So now the pressure really shifts to the Trinity defense, Darryl.
It really does, and they've had the opportunity. The difference is that they're not well rested. I mean, they were on the field. They came off the field. They're back on the field again. So not only do they have to carry the burden of trying to stem momentum a little bit, they're going to have to do it a little bit tired with not much rest.
And it looks like Doe is back in the game here for MA. So
yes, he sure is.
Huge opportunity here for Montgomery Academy. 3:31 left.
I'd be careful with ball possession here with Doe with that right wrist the way it is.
The Eagles running a receiver on late here in the formation. Doe's going to get it. Squirts through the initial contact of the line, gets out to about the 35-yard line for a gain of 6, maybe 7 on the play.
Nice gain on first down. Tough running between the tackles for Doe, so no indication on that run that anything's bothering him with the wrist.
But I tell you what, he had that football covered up. He had 2 hands on that bad boy on that carry.
Yeah, that's what you're concerned about. You know, you get hit on the wrist, it's weak. Ball can come loose.
So second down, and we'll call it 5. We'll go with the scoreboard here at the 34. And there's some movement on the left tackle that time from Montgomery Academy. It looked like he popped out of his stance.
You hate to gain 5 on first down and give it right back, and that's exactly what Montgomery Academy just did.
Only the second penalty of the night on Montgomery Academy.
They have been really disciplined. That's amazing. And in this era in high school football with 2:53 remaining in the third quarter, only have 2 penalties.
2 penalties for 15 yards. They had a holding penalty in the first half. Clock continues to run. 2:45 left third quarter. Doe will stay in the game as they check in number 4. It's going to be John James in there from Montgomery Academy. Oh, bad snap. Liddy's going to have to chase after it. He's under heavy pressure. Can he throw it away? It's deflected. The ball's loose. They're going to say he fumbled it. This could be a huge play here. Trinity has the football. They're going to say it's recovered by the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were talking about. You said, can Trinity's defense hold up? The pressure's on them, and boy, did they step up and really capitalize and give Trinity great field position. They're give credit to that Trinity defense for turning that possession completely around.
So 2:23 left, the 4th turnover of the night for Montgomery Academy when they just seem to have all the momentum. Here comes Trinity out. They are going to go. It looks like Britton's going to come out there with the full house backfield. He's going to take it and go to the right. Has some room. Dives forward down near the 5-yard line.
Yeah, there's gonna be nothing fancy about this drive. Trinity is just gonna line up, play smash mouth, and make Montgomery Academy try to stop them.
Clock ticks down to the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Britton stays in there. Ball resting on the 7. 2nd down and 6. Britton this time will try the left side. Pushes the pile forward for a couple yards, bringing up a critical 3rd down.
Yeah, these are huge. Now they are in field goal range, and in a tie ball game, you take the lead. That could be big.
So gain of 2 on the play. They bring up 3rd down. I checked that, gain of 3. So 3rd down and 2 from the 5-yard line here for Trinity.
They're just going to stay in that formation and keep doing that.
Britton. He's going to throw it. Left-hander throws out here, incomplete.
Wow, that's a little trickeration there. I didn't see that one coming at all.
He was looking for Alan Hargrove, who usually plays linebacker, getting in there on the formation, and Trinity's going to, looks like they're going to attempt the field goal. And some lightning off in the distance there. Did you see that? I don't know how far away that is, but hopefully that'll stay away.
That's like heat lightning,
maybe.
But it's not hot.
Barry on to attempt the field. This will be a 22-yard attempt. Play clock still not running. I don't know why it's not running now as it finally starts. Barry's kick is low. Deflected to get across. It went across. It made it through. It's good. And Trinity will take it. Doesn't matter how pretty it was. They'll take the lead. It's now 17-14 Wildcats.
Yeah, that's amazing that went through the goalpost. I thought that was deflected and was going under the crossbar. But as it is, it made it and got through the goalpost. So opportunistic Trinity defense gets a turnover. It capitalizes. Now, give Montgomery Academy credit, though. That could have been a touchdown, and they held them out of the end zone and limited them to a field goal, and that could be another big moment in this football game.
So 1:14 left here in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here. The umpire signaled the ball was deflected, but Barry had enough oomph in it to get it above the bar, and it is 17-14 Trinity with the lead here, late third quarter, as these two longtime rivals giving us another great contest. If you weren't with us at the start, Montgomery Academy won last year, and they have won 4 of the last 5 games in this series, although Trinity leads the overall series. As Barry will kick it off here for Trinity. Back deep. Deepest man will be Wallace for MA, along with Cooper and Robert Kahn. Barry's kick is away. Cooper going to field this one over near the 10 on the far sideline and has some room. Spins out of it. Still going, and he's going to get out here near the 30-yard line. So a nice return for Cooper.
Yeah, first time Montgomery Academy's really had an opportunity to get a nice little return set up, and Cooper comes through big, gets him in pretty decent field position.
So it looks like Woodward's going to come back out here on the field for Montgomery Academy. 17-14, Trinity opportunistic. They cash in a turnover for 3. 1:04 left here, third quarter. As Lindsey, the quarterback, tells his lineman what play they're going to run here. Actually, a tighter looking formation than they've run most of the night for the moment. Woodward gets it, tries to work outside to the near sideline, cuts it back now, and he picks up a couple yards on the play out towards the 35-yard line.
Yeah, tough sledding there, not a hole. He did wait before he turned upfield to kind of let his blockers set that up.
Picked up 5 yards out to the 36. We're under a minute to play now, down to 40 seconds here left in the third quarter. Woodward this time in the pistol set behind the quarterback. Lindsey gets the handoff, goes off to the right side there, and cuts it up. And he fumbled the ball again. I think Trinity has the football. And they do. Unbelievable. 5th turnover of the night.
Tough night for Jonathan Woodward. He had that long touchdown run, but that's the 3rd fumble of the game.
Well, here we are, 26 seconds left. All these turnovers, except for the first one, have been deep in Montgomery Academy territory. The MA defense has been playing with their backs to the wall all night. They got to do it again, Darryl.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they've got to step up and get a stop here. No points. You can't even really afford a field goal.
Coletta quarterback. Henneman's back there with him. Hawley in the slot. Colette's going to look to put it up in the air. He drops the football, and he's back down at the 44-yard line. He's going to lose 8 yards on the play.
It looked like it just slipped out of his hand. I don't know if it's a wet football or what, but he was looking downfield, and that's the big break right there that Montgomery Academy needed on first down.
And Trinity is going to let this clock burn out here in the third quarter as we're down to 5 seconds. But we're headed for another barn burner here in the fourth quarter as the clock hits triple zeros from Ragsdale Boykin Field here in Montgomery. Trinity 17, Montgomery Academy 14. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the live drive at 5, and top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com. And on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up. 97.9 Jams.
So 2nd and 19 here as we start the fourth quarter for Trinity. Collette looking to throw a screen over here to Sasser, and it's intercepted by Montgomery Academy. A great leaping play. It looked like it was number 3 for MA on the interception, Daniel Lindsey.
Quarterback playing both ways like Sunshine Ronnie Bass. And remember the Titans, great job that time of anticipation. He read that screen the whole way. They rushed upfield. They left a backside linebacker one-on-one, and he did a great job of coming up and making a great defensive play. Just exactly what Montgomery Academy needed after the turnover.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for MA. They get the break. The defense rises to the occasion on the first play of the fourth quarter as Eric Doe's back in the game at running back here for MA. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Robertson and Walls will go off to the left there on the formation. Meacham down here at the bottom of the screen. Doe gets it. He's met head on for no gain on first down.
Yeah, right into the teeth of the Trinity defense that time. Nowhere to go for Doe.
The second down, he's going to lose a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Thought they would give him forward progress. They did not.
Again, Meacham over here, one-on-one coverage. We've seen him get open a couple times tonight. They're going to look to throw it. Lindsey lays it up. He has a man open over there, and it's complete. Down inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for Montgomery Academy. I believe that was Robertson on the reception.
Give Lindsey credit. He knew he was going to get whacked. He stayed in the pocket, threw it off his back foot. Nice long reception that time, and great throw by Lindsey under pressure.
So they're fishing on a spot. It will be first and goal at the 7-yard line for MA. They've had their backs against the wall several times tonight, and the offense has kept making plays here to keep this game close, and now they have the opportunity to retake the lead, or take the lead for the first time tonight, I should say, as Doe is in the backfield with Lindsey. Doe gets it right side, plows his way inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line.
You know, if they ran something outside here, Kane, everything is getting clogged in the middle. The Trinity defense is selling out from the middle of the field. If you pull that and step outside, if you're Lindsey, I believe you could walk in.
So last play, gain 3, ball resting just inside the 5. Lindsey calling the signals, 10.5 left here. Doe gets it, not much happening there, falls forward for a minimal gain and bring up a critical 3rd down.
Yep, and you're a great field goal kicker from Montgomery Academy, so at the very least you want to get points out of this. But if you're the Eagles, you want to definitely get 7, take the lead, don't want to settle for 3. But I don't think they're in 4-down territory unless they get to the 1-yard line.
So 3rd down. The scoreboard says 5, so we'll go with the scoreboard here. Doe still back there with Lindsey. Lindsey gives it Doe out, trying to get outside like you called it, but the Trinity defense strings it out, and they are there making a play, bringing up a 4th down situation as Coleman Morris leading the way for the Wildcats.
Interesting, and the kicking team's coming in. That's a good call right now. You want to go ahead and get points out of this. It would really fire up Trinity if you didn't get it on 4th down. So kick the field goal, tie the game, and live to play another day.
So Bradley Westhalser, this is well within his range. They're going to spot it at about the 14, so it'll be a 24-yard attempt. He was making 40-yarders with ease in warm-ups. Snap and spot. Kick is up. Look at that height on that kick.
That's good from 50. He hit a car.
He did, and it's good. And we're our new scorer here on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. We're all tied at 17 between Montgomery Academy and Trinity. We'll be back in just a moment.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company, and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So Montgomery Academy ties it up on the field goal there by Westhalser. 17 all, 9:18 left here in this contest, Darryl. Kicking game so impressive for both these schools. We saw Sidney Lanier be so effective with it the other week. It's such a big weapon here at the high school level.
It is
when you have it.
When you have it, because when you don't have it, you just go forward on 4th down, and you just don't have an option to get points. You literally leave points on the field, and when you've got kickers like this, it's why the game's tied up. You got a weapon.
So Holly back deep with Sasser and Marshall. Westhalser tees this one up. That's going to go in the end zone for a touchback, and now Trinity's going to have to go 80 yards to answer the score here.
And that's such a weapon too. No return, automatic every time, starting out at the 20. That's big because you're not giving yourself a chance to give up the big play.
So Trinity will get it 1st and 10. They had an opportunity just a moment ago to potentially go up 2 scores after the turnover. Montgomery Academy's defense making the interception. As Colette's going to come out here with Holly in the backfield to start things off. Hit him in the slot on the near side for the Trinity offense. Ball still not whistled into play as looks like the kicking ball is being retrieved here. That's what it is. No of the ball boys from Montgomery Academy went down there to get that when they're sleeping on the job here. But it'll be 1st and 10 for Trinity. Holly gets this. Goes forward for a couple yards, where he's met by a host of defenders. for MA.
So both teams, Kane, in the second half has had some mistakes. 2 turnovers, a turnover by Montgomery Academy, a turnover by Trinity. Montgomery Academy a little bit less on the penalty sheet than Trinity is.
So 2nd down and 7. Marshall in the quarterback this time for Trinity. Hinneman goes in motion. Marshall hands this off. Holly right side, and there's nothing happening over there by the Montgomery Academy defense.
Read that the whole way, knew where it was coming, knew what side it was coming to, and just a great stop that time by the Eagle defense.
So bring up 3rd down and 7. Ball resting at the 23, under 8.5 to play here in the 4th quarter. Marshall looking to the sideline for the single. Looks like he's going to stay in there. Hinneman, they're going to empty the backfield now. The receiver runs off late. Are they short a player? Marshall still signaling to the sideline like they don't. The play clock's down to 4 seconds. They're going to have to do something. Low snap. Marshall takes it right side. Goes to the right. Has some room over there, but he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. And they'll bring up 4th down for Trinity.
And they will punt. And again, Montgomery Academy does its job. 3 and out, causing the punt. And Montgomery Academy could get good field position out of this.
So 4th down and about 3. Meacham, the punt returner for MA, standing on his 40-yard line. Preston Barry doing the punting here. Clock ticking under 7.5 here in the 4th quarter now. Barry gets a snap.
Shanked.
Yeah, off the foot. His worst punt we've seen him have in 2 games. Boy, this is going to be great field position for MA. They're going to have it near the Trinity 40-yard line.
Got to capitalize right here. That you can, again, feel the momentum switching. Great defensive stands by Montgomery Academy in this second half. They've come back to tie the game again. Time for a little drive right here. And back in the game is Woodward. They're giving him an opportunity.
Woodward's out there. Doe's coming out. Doe ran out there with the offense coming out of the field, so Woodward comes back in. 17 all, 7:10 left here as MA will get it on the Trinity 40-yard line. That ended up being a net of 13 on the punt. Bunch set over to the left here for MA. Going to be a little trickeration here. Lindsey's under heavy pressure, though. Dumps it off late to one of his receivers, and it's going to end up losing yardage on the play. Trinity was all over that.
Yeah, they tried a little reverse flea flicker, but they got penetration. I mean, they got in the backfield before he had even a chance to set his feet.
So bring up 2nd down play. Last play lost 3. The pass was complete to Saxon Maine, but he loses 3 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 13. Going to motion this time. And Lindsey's going to roll the pocket at a flag on the play. Lindsey throws it up. He's looking for Meacham down the field. A lot of contact down there as it goes incomplete. There's a flag in the backfield. I think that's going to be a legal procedure or motion on MA.
Yeah, a lot of hand fighting down the field between Griffin Sanders and Meacham that time.
Meacham lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play.
See what the penalty is. We missed it. We're getting blocked out.
We're blocked out there. I didn't hear the call from the PA announcer. But it looks like Trinity declined it, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
Probably was illegal procedure then.
As Doe comes back in at running back here for MA. Meacham out on this play for the 3rd down because he lost his helmet. Play clock down to 8. Lindsey's going to bring the pocket to the near side. He has a man open late, but breaking on the football. Was it caught? There's players saying incomplete, and the near side official's going to say incomplete as he was trying to hit number 12, Robertson, as there was a collision as a Trinity player is down on the ground for the moment.
Robertson comes up a little gingerly, too, with the leg.
So 6:55 left here. So let's take a quick timeout with the injured player. We're tied at 17 all. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
So 4th and 13 punting situation. The injured player for Trinity, Ladner, able to get off on his own power there. 6:55 remaining. Sasser back deep to receive the kick. He's standing on about his own 10-yard line for Trinity, Sasser James. Meacham's kick is away. It's not going to be returnable, but takes a good roll. Going to be down about the 10-yard line. Very effective kick for Meacham.
Especially the way Montgomery Academy's been playing defense in the second half. It's just now a battle of attrition, field position, whoever can make the least mistakes. So the defense for Montgomery Academy's got to rise up once again. And Robertson's really gingerly coming over the sidelines, Kane, with that. I don't know if it's a cramp. It looks like he is stretching it out.
Yeah. It was a warm day. Warm early evening. Temperatures dropped down. A little breeze here in the second half. A welcome breeze as Collette is out there. We're going to motion Holly into the backfield now. Holly gets this right side. Escapes one tackle. Going to pick up a couple yards out near the 14. Maybe 2, maybe 3 on the play.
At some point, Trinity, though, they've gotten so predictable offensively. You know, those middle screens work so good in the first half. They're going to have to do something like that to keep Montgomery Academy from just pinning their ears back and focusing on the running game.
So 2nd and 6, last play gain 4. Holly comes back to the formation. And he's going to get it to the left side. And again, a short gain here as we go under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 3 officially here for Trinity. They desperately need a first down, at least at the minimum, to give that defense a rest.
Exactly. That's a good point. They've been on the field so much in this second half.
Again, Collette calling the signals. He's going to look to put it up in the air. Throws over here near side. Has Marshall complete for the first down. And Marshall makes a nice move out towards the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a good job by Trinity using Marshall out of the backfield. I mean, he was their quarterback running threat. Does a great job one-on-one in the receiving. It's hard to stay with him out of the backfield, and that's a big, big first down for Trinity.
So 5:26 left. They whistle the ball into play. The clock starts moving again. Last play gain 23. Going to hand this one off as it looks like Henneman's going to be thrown down for a short gain across the 40 to about the 42. Maybe picked up 3 on the play.
If you get 3 or 4 every time on first down, you're happy. I mean, you're happy with that. You can get the ball down the field, flip field position, and get yourself in more manageable passing downs.
Henneman stays in the backfield with Collette. Marshall in the slot on the right side. Henneman gets this one. He fumbled the football, and Montgomery Academy has it at the 45-yard line.
That was just a strip job right there. I mean, he took the ball right away from it. It wasn't even a ball that was hit on contact. He just ripped it away from Heineman that time. Great job by the Eagle defense.
It was number 40, James Holmes, taking it away as Henneman was trying to spin for extra yardage. Now Montgomery Academy set up with 4:40 remaining on the clock. 1st and 10 at the Trinity 44-yard line. And a huge opportunity for the Eagles maybe to A, drain the clock, and B, walk out of here with a win.
Yeah, you've got an opportunity right here to put this ball game away.
Looks like Doe is in the backfield with Lindsey. Robertson in the slot near side here. Doe gets it. He falls forward to about the 41 for maybe 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're going to play smash mouth, play power, let that clock run. you know you've got a field goal kicker that can end it, and probably within 45. All you need to do is get to the 30, and you're in that kid's range.
They're going to give him 1 on the play, so second down and we'll call it 9 for MA. Clock ticks, 4:20 counting. Well, now I take that back. Now the clock's not running. I'm not sure what the stoppage is about. I saw a player throw a towel, but they usually don't stop the game for that. Nevertheless, 4:15 and counting now. Play clock just whistled in, but the play clock is not running. It's stuck on 25, and 10 seconds just ran off. Now they run it. Lindsey calling the signals. Got a bootleg here near side. Throws off his back foot. It's going to be caught. And there goes Robertson racing down the left side. Still on his feet. Down inside the red zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Montgomery Academy.
Very gutsy throw that time. I thought he had the man out in the flat, was a little bit safer, but he threw to the middle of the field, and really gutsy throw to the middle, and now it's paying off with 3:49 remaining in the game. They're inside the 10.
So the last play picked up 34 and a first down. And a big opportunity here for MA. They're definitely in field goal range. 3:45, clock moving. Doe's in the backfield. Robertson goes to the right side of the formation. Looks like Wallace goes to the left. Now Wallace comes in motion back to the right. Lindsey's going to roll the pocket here near side, looking. Lobs it up in the back of the end zone. It's going to be caught back there for Meacham, and a touchdown from Montgomery Academy.
Meacham did a great job of just really getting lost back there in the back of the end zone. He got hidden along the back end zone line, and nice touch on the pass by Lindsey there to find Meacham in the back of the end zone, and that's a big touchdown, especially the way the Eagle defense is playing.
So 3:24 officially. MA has its first lead of the night. And on the extra point here, they're going to break the formation, bring it back, try to get up by 7. It was a 9-yard touchdown pass, so the 2 big throws there by Lindsey after the turnover. Kick is up. It's good. New score, 3:24 left from Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is Montgomery Academy 24, Trinity 17. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
So we're back here at Ragsdale Boykin Field, 24-17. Montgomery Academy taking its first lead of the game on the 9-yard touchdown reception by William Meacham. And Trinity's got to find some offense here. It's been a struggle for them most of the second half after they put 14 points on the board in the first half. Holly's back deep with Sasser James. And we're ready to tee this up. Short kick this time. Holly gets it at about the 10. And trying to work his way across the 20 out to past the 25. So Trinity has 3:16 to work with, Darryl.
Good kick coverage that time by Montgomery Academy. Not kicked deep like it has been, but at the 25-yard line, Trinity's got 3:16, all 3 timeouts to try to go 75 yards here for the game tying score.
So if you're just joining us, Trinity led 14-0, seemed to have control. We had the 3rd down and 9 play where the option, Woodward, took us 61 yards and changed the complexion of this game right before halftime as Collette comes in here. He's going to throw it, a little screen out to the right side. And there's a late flag coming in after the play.
That you can't have happen. You got to stay composed. Undisciplined like that could give Trinity life. Now that's 15 more yards.
Yeah, it was away from the sideline. It was in the middle of the field here. 2 or 3 seconds after the play was over. Still don't have a signal. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, and that's going to be on. Are they calling offsetting? I believe that's what they're calling offsetting. So.
Okay, if it's offsetting, that could have been. I mean, that gives them a break.
It should be after the play, so it should be second down.
Clock not running.
Yeah, the clock did not move on the snap there, as the fans here on the visitor side pointed out. There's been a lot of clock issues tonight with the play clock and the game clock, especially in that first quarter. And now we still don't have the ball spotted. And they have first down on the scoreboard, so I guess we'll go with that. It looks like there's a 1 on the down marker over here. And there's still a discussion. Second down. There's it's officially second down. So it was a post-play foul there, offsetting. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 3:11 remaining for Trinity as Holly's in the backfield. With Collette. Collette throwing a screen back. That's going to fall incomplete that time.
Nobody there in the vicinity. I don't know if someone was supposed to be in that spot and he misread it.
He was trying to find Singletary, but MA's defense was all over it.
See, there's no vertical passing game threat right now for Trinity, so Montgomery Academy can really stack the box and just really take those short routes away from Collette right now because there's no deep threat go over the top of you.
So 3:07 left. Sasser down here on the near side with Hinneman and Marshall. Looks like Singletary up way far to our right. Collette rolling, throws, has a man out here. It's complete. Sasser makes the grab. Can he get the first down? He's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. He's out of bounds to stop the clock. I think he has it.
Yeah, I think he does too.
They're going to move the chains, so it's going to be a gain of 12 and a first down here for Trinity. So 2:58 left for the Wildcats.
Big first down. I mean, they haven't thrown that pass all the way across the field like that, and they get the first down, keep the drive alive, and kind of get the defense a little bit back off the line of scrimmage for Montgomery Academy.
There's a handoff. Coming near side, Holly bounces out of it. Oh, there's a flag. That's going to be a face mask and another first down for Trinity.
And it's on Robertson, who got called for the unsportsmanlike. So as he's cramping on the sidelines, that's another 15 yards. Of course, the field goal does you no good here if you're Trinity. You got to get 6, so you're definitely in 4-down territory.
So Robertson injured for the moment on the near side here. He's helped up off the side now. They're going to have to mark this off. Clock stopped, 2:49 left. It almost seems like standing still. So face mask officially the call against MA. Should be down near the 40-yard line here for Trinity on the Montgomery Academy side of the field. And that's where they will spot it. 1st and 10 for Trinity at the 40. Collette and Holly in the backfield. Trips to the far side there with Hinneman in the slot. Sasser at the bottom of her screen. Collette rolls the pocket to the right. Still looking, throws over there on the sideline. It's complete. I think that's Singletary on the reception for a short gain of about 4, maybe 5.
Little toe tap there on the sideline by Singletary, a little toe drag. I think Trinity has found something that's successful by rolling Collette out, getting him out of the pressure because Montgomery Academy is only rushing 3. They're dropping everybody back in some kind of prevent.
2:37 left. Clock will not start until the ball is snapped. 2nd and we'll call it 6 from the 36. Collette's going to look to throw. Hits his back. Holly out of the backfield. And it's going to fall incomplete. They're going to say he could not hang on to it. And that's probably a good thing because it would have been for a loss on the play.
Again, Montgomery Academy is playing press, and they're coming up, and they're going to give you anything deep shot you want down the field, but they're not going to give you 10 yards or under. And so that's what they're doing. They're really, really pressuring Trinity on the short passing game.
So 3rd and 6. This is 4-down territory for Trinity. Marshall near side here in the slot. And now we got a whistle. Dead ball. Offside against Montgomery Academy. A free 5 yards here.
That's big, too. You got to stay. That's 20 yards of penalty to help keep this drive alive. When it was, the scoreboard operator doesn't have the scoreboard right, so that's probably, a yard away from the first down?
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 1. They just have to get to 30. The ball's on about the 30 and a half. 2:31 left. A free gift there for Trinity. Collette's going to throw it on 3rd and 1. He looks. Throws deep right sideline. Nobody's home over there to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, miscommunication. You knew they had 2 shots. I think they were thinking they could get Montgomery Academy sucked up at the line of scrimmage and take a shot deep because they were going to sell out to stop the run. But on 4th and 1.
Bringing Britton back into the game here on 4th down.
You know what's happening here. Direct snap to Britton. Hopes he just falls forward for the first down.
He's got to get about a half a yard. Britton, right side.
He did not.
Oh, he's hit. Second effort, though. I think he might have it. Both sides kind of celebrating here, but based on the spot on the near side official, it's going to be a first down. But you called it there. He didn't have it on the first down.
He did, and second effort's what got him that first down.
Clock stop, 2:20 remaining. It'll be 1st down and 10. The ball resting just inside the 30 here. Trinity still has 3 timeouts remaining, so they got plenty of time. Trips to the near side. Holly flips the formation. Collette's going to look to throw. Steps up. It opens up for him. He's racing towards the right sideline. And a nice pickup, and he's going to get out of bounds over there after some positive yardage inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he did his job, got some yards, got away from containment, then got out of bounds.
Check that inside the 25. They're going to mark him out at the 23, but it picks up 6 yards on first down, and it stops the clock. Again, Collette. 2 receivers to each side. Holly off to the left. Going to motion Marshall. Low snap. Collette grabs it. Looks, throws, looking for Marshall. Marshall can't hang on to it at about the 20-yard line. It falls incomplete. Good coverage that time for M.A. That was number 19 on the defense. That was Brooks Seal.
Did a good job of getting there about the same time the football did so that it wasn't pass interference.
So now it is 3rd down and 3. 2:03 left. And Collette trying to maneuver a potential game-tying drive here in the final moments of this rivalry. Marshall comes in motion to the near side. Now he stops, gets set. Collette's going to look to put it up. Going back right, far side, looking for Singletary, and he makes the grab down inside the 5-yard line. What a throw.
Great throw, back shoulder throw. Singletary does a great job. Now, the key is here, if you're Montgomery Academy, even if you give up a touchdown, you don't panic because you've got plenty of time with 3 timeouts to come back down the field and the kind of kicker you have.
Yeah, 1st and goal at the scoreboard says 2. We'll go with the 2. And Britton comes in for Trinity. Britton, snap, lowers the shoulder, drives forward. No signal yet. There's a signal. Touchdown, Trinity, with 1:50 remaining, and it's a 1-point game.
That's very impressive by the Wildcats. I mean, honestly, the way they struggled in the second half, I didn't know that they were able to sustain a drive, and they do. Now, they were aided by a couple of penalties that helped keep the drive alive, but what another football game we have on the Montgomery Sports Network. This game's probably going to be tied with 1:50 left to go. 3 timeouts. Montgomery Academy will have a chance.
So Preston Berry, the kicker, he's up at the line of scrimmage beside the center right now.
All important extra point here, though.
Now he moves back. The play has still not been whistled, and now it is finally. Still 20 seconds on the play clock. They'll move the formation back. And now Preston Berry's going to call timeout. We're going to keep it right here for the moment. I think they're talking about going for 2.
You know, they may feel like their defense is gas cane. I mean, I know this was a nice, long, sustained drive, but they still may not have much left in the tank. But even if you go for 2, you're leaving Montgomery Academy with 1:50 left, and a field goal still wins it. So You might as well just try and tie it. A 1-point lead.
Yeah, a lot of time left
so
here.
Much time with 3 timeouts, too.
This is another instant classic here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. We had one last week with Stanhope Elmore and Shades Valley. We had one the week before with Lanier and Eufaula. This one here, let your friends know to get to mymgmsports.com or go to YouTube and follow us on search us at Montgomery Sports Network for this last minute 50 as this long-time classic rivalry here in the city between Montgomery Academy and Trinity coming down to the final moments.
Big, big extra point, obviously, because what Montgomery Academy could do if the extra point is not made is basically run timeout.
Yeah, and Collette is going to hold it. They're not going to try to set up the side formation, so Preston Berry is ready. Snap. Oh, they have trouble with the spot, and it's going to go wide right. No good.
Timing is so important, and trouble with the snap. It was a high snap, and they could not get the ball down in time. That threw off the whole timing of the extra point. They're not automatic. That's why there's so much pressure when you're trying to tie it. So kick goes wide.
It is 24-23 Montgomery Academy. And now, Darryl, we have to look for the onside kick, one would assume.
Yes, onside kick. Trinity with burning a timeout there. Now's only got 2. They theoretically could get the ball back. Not as much time if they wouldn't have taken that timeout on the extra point.
So 24-23 Montgomery Academy. We'll keep it right here for this kickoff as an impressive drive here in the last 3 minutes for Trinity to bring this within 1 point, unable to convert on the extra point.
The hands team obviously out there from Montgomery Academy, as everybody knows what's coming.
And Barry will do the kicking here once again for the Wildcats.
Keep in mind the wet field. On an onside kick, it's hard enough as it is. It's going to do all kind of crazy things on a wet field. It's going to get wet, hard to hold on to.
We have seen that football on the ground numerous times this evening, both ways. Some bad snaps. It's rained a lot this week here. We were down on the field before the game, and it was kind of soggy towards the sideline areas. The field is getting torn up a little bit tonight, as obviously the rain was a factor here earlier in the week, not so much today.
Are they kicking that off?
Well, they may try to kick it deep and chase it down. We'll see what happens. Barry. They got to try to – it was not going to go 10 yards. That's going to be a break for Montgomery Academy. They're going to try that little rolling kick and knock someone out and fall on top of it, but MA is going to get it right there on the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it didn't go the 10 yards that it needed to. I mean, they were trying to fool Montgomery Academy, and that looked like they were going to kick deep, and he just topped it. I mean, you could tell he topped the football.
So 1:50 left. 1 first down will secure the victory for Montgomery Academy. Trinity with 2 timeouts, so if they can stop it here, they may have a minute, 50 seconds possibly to get the ball back. We'll see what MA does. Lindsey has Doe back there in the backfield with him. Lindsey hands it off Doe, left side. Trying to get outside. He's going to have a first down.
Don't go out of bounds.
Yeah, he's piled up over there. It'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains, so a big run there for Doe.
Yeah, that is a big run.
One of his best carries of the night.
And he stayed in bounds, had the presence of mind to stay in bounds.
Picks up 13 down to the 35-yard line. Clock stopped for the moment with a minute 40 left. Now they wind it up. Play clock running, game clock is not.
I don't understand that.
I'm
maybe
assuming
he did get out of bounds.
Maybe he got out of bounds, but it looked like the head official said to wind the clock. Doe gets it. No gain this time. Looks like MA's going to let the clock burn here. Or excuse me, Trinity's going to let it run down. Maybe save their 2 timeouts for second and third down. Ball's still not whistled in. A minute 20 left now. There it goes. So they don't have to snap this, Darryl, until about 55 seconds remaining.
That's why I think you probably want to take your timeout there, but 2nd and 11.
108, 107, 106 and counting. Play clock at 10. Lindsey gets Doe to line up behind him. Play clock at 3. They're going to snap it. Doe gets it. Right side. Avoids one man and falls forward to about the 33-yard line. And there's the first timeout taken by Trinity.
See, if you had that other timeout that you burned on the kick, you could have used it right there on second down, and you would have had about 1:20 left on 3rd and 11.
So 51 seconds, 51.2 officially here on the Ragsdale-Boykin scoreboard in the end zone.
If you get 5 yards, what do? Do you chance the field goal to make it a touchdown game and not a field goal that could beat you if Trinity gets it back? Or do you just try to run out the clock and leave it up to your defense?
I leave it up to my defense because I'm thinking back to that Penn State-Ohio State game 2 years ago. Penn State blocked the field goal, ran it back to take the lead and won the game.
That's true, yeah.
So the long field goal is always risky. I just think at this level more so than the NFL or even college. But 3rd down and 11. But Darryl, once again, we had just have another great game here on the Montgomery Sports Network. 4 weeks in a row.
All that you could ask for. Rivalry, Capital City rivalry. Have an opportunity for an extra point to tie the game. Montgomery Academy would be going for the winning score right here. As it is, it goes wide, and they're just trying to hold on.
So 3rd and 11. We see Doe heading back out there. Lindsey working in the shotgun. Let's see if he hands it off or tries to keep it himself. 51 seconds, 51.2 remaining. Lindsey keeps it. Oh, he bobbled it for a second. He's going to be dropped down for maybe a gain of 1. Clock stop, 45.8 remaining. That's the last timeout for Trinity.
So it's 4th and 11. You've got the ball still at the 35-yard line, I believe.
Yep.
You're out of field goal range. If you punt it, you can punt them deep, pin them deep inside the 10 maybe, and make them go with no timeouts, essentially 70 yards for a field goal attempt.
We have seen a bad snap on the punt tonight. We've seen some high snaps that the punters were able to corral down. We also saw Montgomery Academy essentially have the punt blocked on their bad snap. So a lot of play here, a lot of tough decisions here for the coaching staff from Montgomery Academy. But that's why they got paid the big bucks, right?
That's right. And, if you're over there right now and you're Coach Roy, you're just kicking yourself that you had to burn that timeout on the extra point because you really could have used it. You'd have the ball back with about 1:20, which is a lot more time to get something done. And all you need is a field goal.
So 4th and 11, 45.8 remaining here from Ragsdale-Boykin Field. Looks like the offense for MA is going to stay out there. Lindsey, the quarterback, has Meacham down here at the bottom of the screen with Robertson. Doe's in the backfield, offset to the right. Going to motion Wallace to the right. They're going to look to throw it. Lindsey looks, throws, looking for Meacham down the sideline. It's knocked away and intercepted by Trinity. And coming back to the near sideline here, I believe it was number 25 on the interception, Thomas Ladner. That's his second of the night.
That's as good as a punt, though.
Yes.
If you're Trinity, you got to just knock that ball away and take the ball over here at the 35-yard line. You've lost so much valuable field position there by intercepting the ball.
Yeah, it looked like Mark Williams deflected the ball, and Ladner camped under it, and we have an injured player for Trinity as they're going to get a 1st and 10 at about their 20-yard line with 35 seconds remaining and no timeouts.
Now, if you think you might have a return set up on that interception, maybe that's why, but otherwise just knock that thing down and take over at the 35.
I like the call from Montgomery Academy. They
were going for the juggler.
And trying to get the Meacham, the best player.
Yep.
And like you said, it gets intercepted as good as a punt, and it burns some precious seconds off the clock. So 35.3 remaining now as Trinity, if they can get out of bounds, they have time for 4 or 5 plays, but the one thing they can't do, they can't have the ball in the middle of the field short of a first down right now.
I mean, they've got to go sideline, and they've got to go 15, 20-yard chunks.
Although we've seen Collette, there's a timeout by Montgomery Academy. We saw Collette make some clutch throws on that last drive.
He really did. but he had some time to do that. I mean, he was able to stretch the field, and he was able to go sideline for 10 yards. And now that one throw that he made to Singletary over the shoulder was about 26 yards. That was a nice throw. I don't think that'll be there in the defensive alignment that Montgomery Academy has.
If you're thinking field goal, Barry was making them from 40 yards in warm-ups, so they're going to have to get probably to about the 25-yard line to have a legitimate shot at a field goal. So which means they're going to have to move the ball about 50, 55 yards here. The ball is officially on the 19-yard line. Another late night here. Montgomery Sports Network. We had a very long first quarter. Start and stop first quarter.
I feel like it's Pac-12 after dark.
So here it is, 1st and 10 for Trinity on the 19, 35 seconds left. Sasser near side with Hinneman. Singletary off to the right. Collette steps up. Running out there. He looks to pitch it to Marshall. Marshall goes right, and he gets out of bounds. He's going to pick up positive yardage. The clock's still running. Or did he not get out of bounds?
He must
I guess
not
I guess they did not. Clock's still running. Now the Montgomery MA crowd realizes it, continues to run. 15 seconds. He didn't get the first down. He was close. There's a spike with 13 seconds left. So Trinity loses a good 12, maybe 14 seconds there.
You got
with that exchange.
You got time for 2 plays, in essence. Nothing to the middle of the field.
So it's now 3rd down and 1. A good job by the MA defense. They got their safeties camped back here, 2 of them at the 50-yard line. Good trips here to the near side. Marshall, Hinneman. Looks like Sasser. Collette looking. The L pass deflected, falls incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down and 1.
2 more plays, but you got to pick up the first down first.
8.3 seconds remaining here. Trinity trails 24-23 on the Exterminatech Pest Control Game of the Week. And Holly stays in the backfield with Collette. Collette rolls. Heavy pressure. He's dropped behind the line, and that's going to do it. And it's going to be a come-from-behind victory for Montgomery Academy tonight, as they're going to get out of here with a 24-23 victory and their 5th win over Trinity in the last 6 years.
They stayed the course. They could have panicked down 14-0. They did not. They stayed with their game plan. They came out in the second half and really defensively took charge, kept their defense kept them in the ball game until they could get a little bit of continuity on offense.
So our final score tonight from Ragsdale Boykin Field, it is Montgomery Academy 24, Trinity 23. This has been the Exterminatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. We're going to take a quick timeout, get a word from our sponsors, come back, get ready to wrap things up here from Trinity.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m. We're gonna have a house party. Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
So final score tonight here from Ragsdale Boykin Field. Montgomery Academy 24, Trinity 23, Darryl. Just another classic game between these two schools.
Yeah, it really was. And I think that when you looked at the opportunities for Trinity to get better on offense, they did. They actually moved the ball. They scored some points. So that's a positive that they could take from that, is that they actually offensively were a little bit more proficient tonight. Montgomery Academy, you very rarely win a football game turning it over 4 times. They did. They were able to run the football late when they needed to, but really the passing game, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, to Meacham and the way Lindsey played. That was really, really big, and they came out in the second half and executed. They did what they needed to do. They cleaned up some of the turnovers overall, and had one turnover in the second half, but so did Trinity. And had those explosive plays, some opportunistic plays, and that's why they came out on top.
So Montgomery Academy trailed 14-0. He scored right before half to make it 14-7, and then it was back and forth. We were tied at 17. MA took the lead 24-17. Trinity marched back in the final 3 minutes here to get within 1 point. Could not make the extra point, and that's our final margin tonight. 24-23. Montgomery Academy wins it.
And when we said special teams would be big to stop special teams for Trinity, it turns back. That's the bugaboo that comes back to bite them in the end while they lost the football game.
So we'll take a moment here to thank our sponsors. The title sponsor of the Montgomery Sports Network, Extermatech Pest Control. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermatech. They have been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. We'd also like to thank ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. Visit ProtectingALWorkers.com or call 334-721-4878. We'd also like to thank the Hank Williams Museum. Learn all about the musical history and the life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse a large gift shop. Groups are always welcome at the Hank Williams Museum. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs, located down from the Capitol Building at 138 Dexter Avenue. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs, taste the tradition. Call orders in advance. 334-265-6850. You want to be the hero of tomorrow's tailgate or watch party? Take some sauce from Chris's to your party tomorrow night, and everybody will love you. And we'd also like to thank Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. Be sure to check out their decorative handrails. They are a work of art. Call Mid-State 334-313-9015.
American Oak and More, committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. You don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 277-7793. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe. From their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-274-1153. Industrial Specialty Company Incorporated. Been around since 1974. Industrial Specialty Company, ISCI, has built an international reputation as a premier provider of high-quality precision machine parts and assemblies. Visit their website, industrialspecialty.com, or call 334-277-2224 to learn more about ISCI. And our media partners, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, Kiss FM 96.1, 97.9 Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country The Possum, 104.9 The Gump, and 107.1 The Vault. They are local folks helping local business. Call them today. Let them help your business at 334-244-0961.
So we're going to take a quick time out here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Come back, wrap things up with our players of the game in just a moment. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown. Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9 The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station, 104.9 The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9 The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station, 104.9 The Gump.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work, or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
And welcome back to the Montgomery Sports Network, where it's time for our offensive and defensive stars of the game, presented by attorney Matt Matthews. So, Darryl, our offensive star of the game tonight, presented by attorney Matt Matthews, is going to be number 8, William Meacham for Montgomery Academy.
Big catches all night, including the eventual game winner down there in the corner of the end zone where he got lost along the end zone line. Meacham was the go-to receiver for Lindsay, very well deserving of the honor.
And the defensive player of the game, defensive all-star, presented by attorney Matt Matthews, is going to be number 25 for Trinity, Thomas Ladner.
Had a big interception in the first half that really could have gotten Trinity a lot more separation, because after putting the ball on the ground twice, that was the third turnover. Played really good coverage on the Montgomery Academy receivers all night as well.
So wrap things up here tonight from Ragsdale Boykins Field. Our final score once again, it is Montgomery Academy 24, Trinity 23. We thank you for watching with us tonight. Next week we'll be up in Millbrook for the Class 6A Region 3 matchup, a battle between first-place undefeated teams in Region play. Number 1 ranked Wetumpka, who came back to defeat Prattville tonight 48-23, will take on their longtime rival Stanhill Belmore.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be crowded. It's going to be loud. It's going to be a great atmosphere of Friday Night Lights right there personified at Stanley Jensen Stadium in Millbrook.
You mean Fochie Henderson Stadium.
Fochie Henderson, sorry.
That's okay. But we expect a big crowd next week. Come out there, watch us, let your friends know. You can watch us at the game if you're there in Millbrook. We've had 4 consecutive weeks of games that have come down to the final minute, Darryl. We expect the same thing next week.
I do. I don't expect anything different in Millbrook next week between Stanhope and Wetumpka. I would expect it to be a battle all the way and a very, very tight game late into the fourth quarter.
And we here on the Montgomery Sports Network, we'd like to thank our executive producer, Stephanie House, our technical director, Tommy House, Our replay operator tonight, Jared J. Mac McCarthy. And on camera, we had Nathaniel and Mac, the camera guy. And my name is Kane Young. Daryl Dapprich was our color commentator. Our final score once again for Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is Montgomery Academy 24, Trinity 23. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.